Hi, everybody. Welcome to our Vampire the Masquerade 5th Edition Chronicle Vancouver Adjacent by Night. As a warning, this is a mature game, and it explores some dark and troubling themes. These may include body horror, gore, violence, loss of character agency, gaslighting, mind control, and many others. Our players have discussed consent and boundaries, and we collectively avoid situations that may be triggering. The players will always let me know if anything gets uncomfortable by using the yellow and red cards in our private chat. If you as a viewer ever feel uncomfortable or triggered, please pause and step away. Our streams are available on YouTube after the game, so you can always come back to an episode when you feel ready. Thank you to our wonderful host and sponsor, Level Up Dice, for giving us the opportunity to share this story with you. And I got some of those right here. I got the Zemissi, and I got the Salubre. Please support them by purchasing their exquisite dice or by spreading the word about them on social media. And now, I would like to introduce our vampires, and I know how that looks now because we're technologically advanced. Not grammar advanced, clearly in my case, technologically advanced. Let's start with Brennan.
Hi, I'm Brennan. I play Charlotte, our Ventru. Apparently, I complain about not being the Primogen a lot. This is what I'm learning.
Yeah, if you're on our Patreon, we're going to be uploading like kind of behind the scenes stuff, and there may or may not be talk about Charlotte complaining about whether or not she's Primogen.
If you pay for the Patreon, you can find me getting savagely roasted for 20 minutes. A brutal assault on my character.
That's the way I remember it. Zachary?
Hey, I'm Zachary Vaudo. I play Charlie Lawrence, the Malkavian Primogen, and the constant stress ball of this group.
Just put a little tag on there.
I noticed that little oomph on Primogen.
Got to put the accent marks on the right word.
Speaking of Primogen, Sam.
Hi, I'm Samantha McLarty, and I play Elena Cortez, the La Sombra Primogen, and you know what? I'm fantastic. Not a problem. Nobody is, roasting me or anything of the sort. I'm doing great.
Fantastically Primogen. And Patrick?
Hi, I am Patrick Gill, and I am playing Harley, the Nosferatu Primogen of this wonderful little coterie. And I'm wearing orange tonight. I thought I would point that out.
That can't be a good sign.
Is that the official Primogen color? Like,
I
forgot
have
to
little.
tell the other Primogen.
I have little like silvery rhinestones on my shirt. Does that count?
Very fancy.
Yeah.
That does count. Zach,
And I'm not
you wearing
joking.
anything orange?
Not orange.
Okay.
I've got a nice like gray black accent stripe up this jacket. So change up for my character.
And last, but certainly not least, is Lex.
Hi, I'm Lex. I play Cassandra the Toreador. I am Harpy and soon to be also a Primogen, theoretically. And I die before I'd wear orange.
Thank you.
That's harsh.
Somebody has some sense.
I'm back to my brutal character assassination job, apparently.
Red life.
So when last we saw our intrepid coterie, they are making some plans. Lots and lots of plans and schemes are going on. They are possibly going to be paying some visits to people in this particular evening, and we are going to another evening. So let's have a rouse check from everybody. And
Yes.
yeah, 1 up, 2 up, 3 up, 4 up, and Lex breaks the streak.
Yep, like I did too.
I'm not alone.
Oh, all right. Seeing as how I left to look up shit on my phone so that I can get it to Charlie. Cassandra, here's the following. And it is kind of a mixture of several different voices. It is, you can notice some former lovers that are mixed in there, but the voice that kind of catches you and kind of drags a hook into your psyche and pulls you ever so closer is the voice of your sire, Connor. Cassandra. Lex,
Whoa.
Too
My bad.
personal.
Fourth wall.
Whoa.
Breaching that wall.
Yeah.
Fourth wall break. All right, let's try that again. Cassandra.
Not again.
No, not again. Not yet. Anyway, you need to eat.
Just leave me alone.
You know I won't do that.
I know. I know.
Then eat.
I will. Yeah.
Stop your petty plans and schemes and eat someone.
I will. Yeah. Okay.
And that's the last you hear till the next rouse check, anyway.
I no longer do very well at.
Yeah, it's, I think, 2 in a row.
That's 2 in a row, and that's the only 2 of, I think, the whole game thus far.
We're going to have to switch that. Always mess with your players. So, Charlie hears. What the?
What the?
Who said that?
That's yeah. Hey.
What?
Hey. You know that, like, the teeth thing and the biting people and whatnot?
It's a daily habit, yeah.
Yeah, can you do that? That'd be great.
Eventually.
Well, I was thinking more, and then you kind of get the mental image that this particular person is getting pushed out of the way.
I know who you are. And we're going to help you. We're going to find you. I hope you're where we think that you are, but we're going to find you.
And it's at that point we are going to do something really quick with Charlie. Charlie, what are you up to this particular evening?
Yeah, once all that happens, it needs a bit of a direction with everything going on. So it's been about a month or so. So he's heading to the retirement home.
It is pretty standard for this particular point in the evening. It's getting on about 7 o'clock.
Yeah.
The staff there, you have kind of either slip them an inappropriate amount of money or just slip past them entirely. So you're able,
some of
you're
them
able to,
some of them gamble still, so
yeah, you help them out when they're at the casino. You are easily able to make it to the door that you usually go to.
Yep. Just one of the little waiting like restrooms, and they're usually hanging out in here around this time anyway, just cutting up.
Yeah, 7 o'clock is Wheel of Fortune time.
So I'll walk in, just sit down, sort of behind / between the two of them. Hey guys.
Oh, hey, what's your name again?
Charlie.
Right, Charlie. Yeah, I told you it was Charlie, and the other one like whacks the other one with his cane.
Be nice.
Hey, what the? What?
Hector,
I knew it was. I knew it
don't
was
gotta be-
Charlie.
you don't gotta be like, I know, Remy. I know.
I have it written down in my book.
See, he's working on it. How are you both doing?
We're watching Wheel of Fortune.
Who's winning?
Neither. None of them have guessed anything yet. It's actually quite funny. They always keep running out of time.
They won't just go for it. They're just gonna try to like putz their way through all the way and then done.
And the Ristolat.
The what?
The Ristolat.
The Ristolat.
Ristolat. Yeah. RSTLNE. Ristolat.
Oh, the Ristolat. Gotcha. I was wondering. I know you guys like to talk about the war, but I wanted, so it's not really like a big ask, but I had some questions about, the old times.
Oh, the war. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he tell you he's still got shrapnel in his ass?
He did, actually. Yes, he did.
Yeah, the Nazi shot me right in the ass, and he's exposing a part of his ass with the scar.
I was in France, right?
Yeah, son of a bitch.
Yeah, that wasn't a good time.
By the way, that I don't like that happened, but it's kind of a hit with the ladies, right? The ladies like the scars.
But you always were thoughtful about that sort of thing. We'll come back to that. First the war, and then more on that. So when you were in France, you were telling me about this group that they had a POW, and you were trying to locate the camp, and you knew the people in charge of the camp, but you couldn't find the camp itself. And I can't remember how you went about finding them. And I'm sort of in a, well, it's not exactly the same, but it's one of those I know who I could talk to, but I really don't want to have to talk to them. I need to find the thing that I can't find instead. And thought it maybe felt kind of similar. Trying to get some inspiration from this. How do you find something that is missing, but you don't quite know where to look for it?
And Remy, who you were the one that's talking to you, or the one you're talking to at the moment, he kind of it almost looks like he's watching Wheel of Fortune, but he's zoned out. And it looks like he's trying to recall a memory. And then Hector kind of pokes him with his cane. He's like, "You remember that, Remy, the radio waves and stuff, right? We triangulated their position. We got, a bunch of people over here, a couple miles away. We got a bunch of people on the other side, a couple miles away. And we kind of figured out how long it took each radio wave to get to each person." And Remy's like, "Oh,
that's right.
Yeah, that's right. Right.
That makes
what he said.
That makes a lot of sense. And while they're explaining it to me, I'm pulling my phone. I'm just texting to Harley. Do you think you can find Bastion's cell phone?
Charlie will get a few, Harley is typing ... And then that actually goes on for almost a full minute. And then
at some point, Charlie stops looking at his phone and continues the conversation.
Yeah.
But I do want to know what it says, because I will look at it eventually.
Okay. Eventually Harley will say, "That is kind of a big ask. If it was in Elysium, might as well be good as gone. Gonna be tricky. Going to need time."
I'll follow up on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll follow up on that one. But yeah, I'm just listening to the two of them recount this triangulation process. No, that's good. Yeah, if I can get a sense of the RAM, I didn't even think about that. Thinking too analog. That
And
might
yeah,
work. Yeah.
there's a bunch of conversation kind of going back and forth. Like talking about different weaponry, and one saying that Charlie, listen, if you're ever gonna go into a bar, just tell people your name is Carl Gustav,
Why would I tell them that?
because it's the anti whatever thing. It shoots things. It's the other one's like, it's an artillery piece, you old coot.
Oh, I don't know if they might get that joke nowadays.
Really? Kids these days. I mean, am I right?
I mean, they are into a lot of vintage stuff and whatnot, so who knows? I
Yeah,
can
I
try
heard.
it. I can try it. I can definitely try it.
I heard records are coming back. How much do you think I could get for mine?
Hmm. Is it still though like the big band swing type stuff, or
Oh yeah.
Hmm.
That's the stuff.
it might take another like decade or so for it to cycle back around? They're still kind of in they're still kind of in the 80s and whatnot with records, so it's going to take a bit to get that far back.
We're in the 20s again.
Yeah, but it's not like a 1-to-1 ratio sort of thing. Like it's not like the 2020s or the 1920s. It kind of just like staggers back like that.
Are you sure? Because I seem to recall there was a play back around this time in the last century.
I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure on that one. I think you might have to wait just a little bit, but you might find like a rare collector that would be really into it. So you could probably get a decent amount if you find the right person.
Yeah. You can put it on the Insta, TikToky things and the whatnots and
The orderlies have been telling you about TikTok.
yeah. Some of the people that do stuff on that's kind of weird. Like there's this one where it's like there's like a guy in a pole and he goes down like a long ways. I don't know what's going on there.
I've heard of that. It's popular right now.
Yeah, but I don't know. See, the kids these days, I don't know. I used to be with it, but then they changed what it was.
Well, we're coming up on, wow. You're like, wow, yeah. It's been a while. It has changed quite a few times.
And
I'm not even with it anymore.
I got some of these records here too. And he like kind of folds his reclining chair back to its regular position, and he like rifles through some of them, and he pulls out one that's you immediately recognize.
Mhm.
It's Cassandra.
Oh, hey. That's a good one.
You ever listen to her?
Yeah. Yeah, I did.
Yeah, she's got nice gams.
She's got a good singing voice too. You don't exactly see those on the record.
But yeah, you don't. I mean, it's on. Yeah, and he's like starting to look flustered and like kind of embarrassed.
It's okay.
Told you not to say
I'm
that.
sure that she would appreciate the compliment. That seems like something that she would appreciate. But I didn't know that there were many records out. That's interesting.
I only wish I had gotten her to sign it. I heard she disappeared at some point.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure. Though I will let you know if I find a signed copy, I will make sure that it gets into your hands.
Thanks, Charlie. You're a peach. And he like slaps your face a little bit.
And let's turn to Hector. So on the other topic,
Carl Gustav?
no, the ladies topic. What's a good segue into? It's been a while since I've asked anybody one of.
Well, spit it out, kid. Ain't got all night. Time's a wasting. They're almost at the final spinny. I don't know what they've changed about this show. They do like 500 different things at the end of it now. You have to like pick an envelope or some shit. I don't know what's going on.
Do you think like is like the old like the older ways of like just letting somebody know that you like them? You think old ways are still the good ways, right? Those are classics, right? I mean, like we said, like times change and stuff. I know things change, but like
Okay. I think I see where this is going. Listen, kid, what you got to do is you got to get her. You got to figure out where she lives.
I already know that, but that sounds really weird when you
Excellent.
say it
Step
like
one.
that.
Okay. Step two, you got to get like a ukulele, like or something, some kind of musical instrument, preferably not an oboe. They don't like that.
A ukulele.
Yeah, something you can play music on.
Okay.
Like I'm not talking like a drum set or anything because they don't particularly like that either.
The setup
Trust
would
me,
be
I
most
know
of the
this
time
from
anyway.
experience. So you got to get an instrument. Maybe, I don't know. There was this Scottish lady, Lassie, I believe they call themselves. Actually, I've seen it work. Bagpipes. You can get some bagpipes.
They don't like oboes, but they like bagpipes.
This Scottish women love bagpipes.
Well, she's not Scottish, so.
They also like knee-high socks.
What's step 3?
Step 3 is you got to charm her, man.
That seems more difficult than the first 2 parts.
Does it?
Well, not for you. You're always good at that, but
Do you have any scars?
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Ladies love scars. So you gotta find a song that's like that she likes.
Find a song that she likes and talk about my scars.
Well, the scar talk comes later, usually without the clothing.
Oh, so you've jumped like several steps in the process at this point.
I mean, not really. I mean, if you're drunk enough at a bar, you start showing people your ass scar.
I mean, that's fair. Yeah, it was always a conversation piece for you.
It works too.
It did quite a bit.
One time I saw somebody in a bar get kind of drunk and they slapped their hand down on the table and they said, "I've eaten and now I must mate." And it actually worked.
That was you, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
I know. I remember. Well, guys, I've got to actually, the first thing about the finding stuff that I couldn't find, I've actually got to probably get on that, but I just wanted to check in and see how you guys were holding up, and thank you.
So what musical instrument are you going with?
I got to think on that. I might kind of get bendy with that a little bit, but I think maybe I know what I should be doing. So,
And as you glance over at him, you see him mouth the words bagpipes.
it's probably not bagpipes.
Oh man, come on. Why you gotta be like that?
She's not Scottish. It's kind of a narrow margin thing. You guys take care, okay?
Sure. Yeah, they're just about to do the final thing. You don't want to stay for that?
I'll just look over at it. It's a bird in the hand.
They haven't even picked any of the.
It's a bird in the hand.
And then you're leaving from that point?
Yeah, I'll pat him on the shoulder and head out to meet up with everybody.
A couple of minutes later, it actually is a bird in the hand. And they're like, oh, wow, we need to get him back here. We need to get him on the wheel. And then you, I'm assuming, go to Charlotte Industries or the
Yep.
meetup place. Okay. What is everybody else doing?
Well, the reason why it took Harley a few minutes to get back to Charlie is Harley's having a little one-man party.
Bagpipes?
No, not
Yeah.
with bagpipes, but and Harley would have sent a little group message earlier in the evening saying, "Having fun. Stop by my place. Party time. LOL."
Don't have to tell me twice.
Yeah.
So here's what's going down. So today happened to be a very, very, very good day in crypto, and Harley has just made himself a very large amount of money, and he may have requisitioned one of the more expensive bottles of champagne out of Charlotte's reserve, and there are currently, we'll say, a handful of interns in Harley's place because Harley was giving them investment advice about the market right now, and Charlotte has a handful of 100 heirs on her hands here, and they're getting They're all sharing a little bottle of champagne. Harley's actually walking around with a lit cigar dangling out of his mouth, and there's coincidentally just like this weird you know what, he's playing jock jams. He's got jock jams going in his pad.
Yeah. So I'm assuming Charlotte's going up there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a classic.
Are
I'll-
y'all
I'll
ready
knock
for
on the
this?
door.
So Harley's place is very, once you get in like the main door, and he would have left them open. Like, it's a very open floor plan. There are like sections.
Wait, I completely forgot that you live in my building. I would not knock on the door. I would just walk.
Yeah.
That makes more sense.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it smells
rewind.
it smells like new money in here.
Oh, that's my
Goddamn.
favorite line of this episode so far. And ever.
Yeah, we're only like 20 minutes in.
What Gatsby shit is that?
Harley's maybe got
Wow.
his arm around one of the he might have picked out one of the interns that might have had a little lower tolerance, and Harley's working on curating a little snack for later, but he's been dragging this poor intern around.
Oh.
And as soon as he sees Charlotte come in, he walks up to her. Yeah, you could say that. This is Mike.
I know who Mike is.
Yes, Mike. Mike is now the Mike paid off his car loan today. Off of
He has a car.
yeah,
What's
actually.
a loan?
But no, Mark here actually paid off his car loan today, and he's
Did
he's
you
sitting
get the
pretty.
interns to rob a bank?
I got them all to download Robinhood, and
Oh, the crypto thing. That's what the voice in my
Yeah.
head tells me about. It's like Litecoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin, Dogecoin. I'm like, real
Yeah.
estate makes so much more sense.
I know, but no. So Matt here, he's celebrating, and we're gonna have a little bit of fun later.
Good for him, Matthew. I hope that you're having a good time.
And he's just like, My name's Bill. Oh, and right.
Poor Bill. Nobody can get his name right.
And so Harley cuts him loose. Yeah, so anyways, what's on the agenda for tonight other than my sick ass party?
I don't know, something about triangulating a ghost or something. I don't know.
Fourth wall, okay.
At that point, I'll text back. At that point, I'll actually
Yeah.
text back Harley to say like if you can find Bastion's phone, we can find Bastion.
And I would have
You
checked.
should really answer that. You know he won't stop.
Yeah. And I check the message. My reply back, making a lot of assumptions, but if stars align, we can make this work.
Now that's the can-do attitude I know and love. What's Charlie up to? I hope he's having a good time.
I think I've got an idea what he's got planned, and it's like I said, we're making a lot of assumptions. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna.
Well, I
suck
do
for
like a good
me.
time.
You know, you guys will get to have fun, and I'm gonna be the one burning through interns. But
Why is that?
because what he's asking for is kind of a big ask, and it's gonna. I am a private individual. I am not the federal government, so and I don't have normal access to the toys that the law enforcement and government gets to play with as far as trying to track down a cell phone. So this is
Can't you just go to their website and hack into their databases?
that's yeah, that's exactly how it works.
Duh.
Okay. Yeah, but anyways, well, we should probably wait before we go and do anything stupid. Actually, you know what? Why don't you keep this party going? I think I've got to actually get to work like right now.
This sounds lovely. Who wants coffee?
Yay, coffee. Wait, hold on.
And so Harley's gonna leave Charlotte to keep the to keep the juice boxes entertained, and Harley knows once again that this is what Charlie is proposing is damn near impossible, but if anyone's gonna be able to make it work, it's gonna be Harley. So here we go.
You realize I'm gonna make you roll for that?
I know that.
Yeah, I'm probably. Yeah, I'm heading to the building, and if I had gotten Harley's message about up on his floor, then I'll be heading up towards the floor at whatever point.
So whilst we do that particular roll of the intelligence plus technology with your aluminium dice from Level Up Dice, Cassandra, what are you up to? Is this in the group chat, Patrick, that it was sent, or was it just directly to?
It was in the group. It was in the group chat earlier about the
Okay.
party.
So that's where I go, because party.
So noted. You get out on the what floor? Have we even decided what floor this is yet?
We did state it at one point.
The 13th, maybe?
Sure,
13th
that sounds
is
right.
my floor.
Yeah,
Oh.
13th is
We'll take 19.
okay.
19th. There, that works.
Right
Yep.
smack dab between Trevor and Charlotte's floor, essentially.
Fantastic.
Either the
So
most safe or the least safe place to be.
Yes.
so the elevator dings on the 19th floor, and you walk out to just a mess, a cacophony of noise that is Jock Jam's 97.
Wait, Is Elena
Or-
also on the 19th floor?
Elena is, in fact, yes.
You've just been
also on
avoiding the
19th
party.
floor.
Elena's not currently on the 19th floor for this exact reason.
Elena's on the 19th floor. She's just not in that section of the 19th
Yes,
floor.
we-
We have partitions up, damn
yes.
it.
Yes, no, she's basically got one half of the floor. I have the other half. It's how we've got this divvied up.
Even if Elena wasn't a La Sombra at this point, due to her personality, you would know where Elena is due to the dark cloud. That is.
That's fucking accurate as hell.
Our little storm cloud.
Yeah, so the music is actually transitioned. It kind of cut off for a brief second while you're trying to figure out where everything is and where it is that you go. And I'm going to throw in some Canadiana in for this one. You hear the sounds of Much Dance Mix 95. Come on. So, yeah, that just hurt me to say it out loud. That's wrong. Okay, so yeah, eventually you come across the kind of semi-pile of interns on beanbag chairs that have been requisitioned from Charlotte Industries and moved up via the elevator that I'm assuming Charlotte is going to be not happy about.
I haven't had coffee in a week.
None of your interns are working.
Oh.
They weren't
They're all
working
at the
anyway. They were
Harley
at a
party.
party.
So I assume it's pretty easy to find Charlotte shrieking about coffee in the midst of this party.
Oh yeah.
I'm back.
Let them enjoy themselves. They work so hard.
I mean, according to who?
Well, according to them, if you listen to them.
You keep doing that. You listen to them like they're like humans?
Yes, I do.
Why?
Because they are. Just because
I
they're
mean-
not paid doesn't mean they're not people.
Okay. Which is why we give them orange slices.
That's... Orange slice. What's that old saying? A man cannot subsist on orange slices alone.
You literally can. There's the orange. There's the seeds in which to plant more oranges with. The rinds make for excellent skin care. I think you could succeed on only oranges.
Maybe oranges and alcohol.
Coffee. And
And
coffee.
coffee.
And alcohol.
And right now they're in the alcohol portion of their living, apparently.
That explains why I feel this way.
Drunk?
A little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
But
Well-
I got my coffee.
Drunk and with a little bit of caffeine mixed in there. So this is going to be a fun ride for Charlotte for the rest of the night.
Just start handing out Red Bulls.
What took you so long? You should really move in.
I really should. Do you have like another floor?
I have a lot of floors.
I want a floor.
You can have a floor, just don't turn it into a art house.
I appreciate you not calling it a crack house, and therefore I won't turn it into one.
Thank you. I trust your sensibilities in that it will be well decorated. I just don't want homeless people sleeping on the porch.
There are no homeless people at my place, theoretically.
Then why do they look like that?
Because they're hipsters.
So explain this to me, because I spent a lot of time in a closet away from the outside world. People choose to look as though they don't have a home. purpose, for style points.
Hmm. You're one of those people who doesn't like when the teenagers wear ripped jeans, aren't you?
I mean, I don't mind ripped jeans as long as they're designer.
I mean, that's a valid point, sure.
Just don't look dirty. Ripped jeans aren't dirty.
They don't look dirty. They look free-spirited.
And that works? That like attracts mates to them?
Oh, yeah. I mean, usually young, dumb ones, but I mean, what other kind is there?
Young and dumb. I'll keep that in mind.
Mm-hmm. See? Art houses / crack houses have their use.
Yeah, maybe one day I will do some crack.
That was not the moral of this discussion.
I thought
Interns,
that-
everyone listen, that was not the moral of any of these discussions.
Which of
Yay,
you,
crack.
who among you have done crack?
Yeah, like pretty much everybody puts their hands up.
That surprises me not at all.
It's
They
like
do
a
the
step.
crack because you make them work 20 hours a day.
I think we just broke Patrick.
For the viewers, that's also not the moral of this game.
Isn't it though?
Crack is whack.
Yeah. Don't be a fool. Stay in school, okay? For everybody listening.
Otherwise, you'll end up in a paid, zero pay internship. You have to do crack.
For the record, I'm ready to announce my die roll whenever. I'm more than happy to let this train just keep rolling down the fucking track.
Choo choo.
This awful train. So yeah, Cassandra's there handing out Red Bulls and bottles of rosé to these interns.
So it's like a Jager bomb, but different.
Well, they're not meant to be taken together, theoretically. I'm sure one of the interns is trying. I'm sure they're
Yeah,
trying to do
yeah.
like Irish car bombs with the Red
Chad.
Bull and stuff.
Yeah, there's one that's basically Charlotte would recognize the name. Cassandra probably has seen him around. He's like a, the kind of frat boyish looking, like, perfectly good hair. He's definitely acting like he's in a frat at the moment because he's like, Red Bull bombs. You see this? This is my new haircut. And then he like drops a thing back. That's a meme from way back when, everybody. I'm feeling old right now. Because not only that, the song changes on Much Dance Mix 95, which I also know the track list to because I own it, to the Macarena. So I'm feeling exceptionally old at this particular point in time.
We're going back in time.
Yeah. How's Adam the intern through all of this? My favorite of the interns.
Adam is not partaking at the moment. Like, he took some of the coffee when offered, but he's definitely like, 'cause he was like, should we be drinking Miss Ardenne's super expensive champagne right now?
Aw, Adam's the smart one.
He is the smart one. That's why I love him.
That's why he gets the most orange slices.
Mm-hmm. And one time I even snuck in a lemon.
That is the worst Sprite combination I've ever seen. So, Harley, how'd your dice roll go, buddy?
All right, so Harley has been diligently at work. I did rouse, and I did succeed on my rouse check.
Okay.
So with that, I did not add any extra die for my hacking specialty, just because I didn't know how this was going to apply, and I didn't want to interrupt the magic.
Yeah, roll another one. That's
Okay,
fine. I'm good with it.
Sure, why not? Fuck it.
Fuck it.
Okay, so that is now 7 successes on a crit. So
7
thank you.
successes in a crit. And
On
what
a
information?
crit.
What information are you looking to get? Like,
Well-
you're trying to triangulate her cell phone using
Well,
like nearby cell towers?
Yeah, because I mean, depending on how this is gonna be handled, I mean, from a real world aesthetic, this is not a simple task. This is damn near impossible. But in the game world. Well, I mean,
Not if you go through the
well,
911
well,
system.
yes, but the fact that Harley is trying to look for uh, any records that Prince Bastion even had a cell phone.
Fair.
B, we're also going to have to rely on the fact that that phone is still on wherever it is. C,
Also fair.
out of game, I'm not going to say, but yes, point C. Mm-hmm.
I'm telling
Also
the storyteller
fair.
why it wouldn't work.
But
Uh,
I'm willing to. I know that this is a big ask as far as what I'm trying to accomplish. So I'm willing to. However you're wanting to play this out. If you wanted to do this as an extended role, over the course of like time, whatever, I'm down for whatever you want to do here.
Well, you actually touched on one of the things that I was going to do with it as a semi-false lead. So you, with 7 successes, that's like 70% of what the most skilled person is even capable of on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a gigantic role. Like you sit down for probably about an hour or so at the computer trying to like cross-reference this, cross-reference that, and you're like, oh, maybe this works over here.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe if I go through the 911 system, and then you check the actual kind of records, and you would have gotten that a phone that was registered to a Prince Bastion. Well, her name
Right.
and something else, Bastion.
Right.
No, I like
Um,
to assume that's what it was registered to.
like a P Bastion.
Right.
The artist formerly known as Prince Bastion.
Mm-hmm.
It's just symbol Bastion. That basically stopped working at the date of the explosion.
Mm-hmm. Which was kind of what Harley was figuring. All right. So after, and maybe Harley's even actually worked up a little bit of a blood sweat, because he got in the zone and he was busting ass trying to get this done. But he finally, whatever's going on in the background over the course of time, he's completely tuned out. Unless the building itself caught fire, he probably didn't notice what was going on.
It did, but I got it under control. I called
The
Skip.
the interns got it under control.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I turn around and whatever's going on is like a complete, like, I'm walking in media res here. Like,
I'll just be standing behind Harley at this point. Just walk past Charlotte and Cassandra, like just right behind him, waiting.
He smells like a nursing home.
He never wants to party.
Hopefully you find some nice old friends.
and I see Charlie come in and I'm like, I gesture for him to come over and
Yeah.
gesture at my computer monitor. So I was able to find one. We're lucky that Bastion even had a phone.
Why wouldn't
But-
she have a phone?
Oh, I'm a Camarilla prince. We can't be having technology. Second Inquisition.
Yeah, she still has a human life.
I know, but the whole like anti-tech thing, whatever.
Eh.
But yes, she had a phone, and as I was suspecting, it did stop working the night of the explosion at the gallery. So
Okay. Does she have any? Are there any other numbers that are associated with this account?
There are not that you can find.
No. I know.
There has to be a way. No, they were onto something about triangulating signal. We just have to find the right thing.
What's
Yeah.
the problem? Was he unable to hack the web?
No, he hacked it. He hacked it. There's more hacking. Have to do more hacking.
Charlotte shuffles over. Is like, well, didn't he go on to 911.com and use the police?
Did you use the emergency? Did you use the
Yeah.
the
The 911
enhanced
registry.
911?
Yes.
Did you use that? Okay.
Yes, I went through that. I used open source and closed source intelligence to even figure out the fact that she even had a phone in the first place. But
Um,
all right, well,
wait. We're suspecting that it's in the old building.
right,
You still have all the files from
right,
the old building.
correct.
Does that include security footage files?
Yes.
Can you rewind back to the day of the explosion?
I can try.
Even if the cameras just go fuzzy, that means that somebody that made the cameras fuzzy showed up at the building on the night of the explosion.
that's right. Yeah. Good thought. Good. Wait. Next step. Next logical step. I mean, if we're gonna be okay, out of character storyteller, exactly how far away is the old building from the art gallery?
The old building to the art gallery is probably about 5 or 6 city blocks. It's pretty close. Like the financial district is almost literally right beside the art gallery.
All right. Now there would have been a helicopter landing pad on the top of the building, right?
For the art gallery?
Well, I meant for the old building.
For the old building, yes.
yeah.
Okay. All right. So helicopter pad on the old building. There would be, you could just say I'm going through this in character here. All right. So old building. There'd be a helipad. There'd be a weather station on top of that.
Where else would I put my helicopter?
Right. Now, just
Duh.
so cameras, weather monitoring. I could see if the explosions picked up. I'll be right back. And
Do you need access to anything, to any particular like back channels files?
No, I still have them. I'm
Okay.
still good.
Okay. I can call my guy, right?
No, I'm good. I'm
Okay.
good.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
gonna operate off of the same pool. We're just gonna do another int and tech roll for more shenanigans. All right, 2, 4, 6, 8.
What is everyone else doing in that particular amount of time?
I'm just sitting like.
My hunger, I believe, is up to 3, so I'm going to be taking Adam to a back room for a minute or 2.
Oh, he's my favorite.
Sounds
Yeah, he's
fair.
my favorite too. That's why he gets to come in the back room.
Refresh my non-existent memory. Has Adam been fed on in the last little while?
Not as
No.
far as I know. I mean, it's possible Charlotte feeds on our interns at random, so.
At random, but no, not. Charlotte's not been hungry lately. Adam's her go-to.
The last time we saw Adam, he wasn't being fed on.
Elena is in
It-
her
Skip who has a
section.
problem.
Yeah.
Elena is in her section of the floor, and she is actually reading. Oddly enough, she's reading a book on paranormal stuff,
All right.
because ghost territory and stuff like that. She's just getting an idea.
Elena, I see you reading your Bible.
Just
She's
walk
peeking
into
over the
Elena's area.
Yeah.
Yeah, Charlotte's just wandering around.
Yep.
When you walk into her area, I just to add a little flavor to this. She's not actually holding her book. Her shadow arms are doing that for her.
An arm of
Awesome.
Araman is like holding the book.
Yes.
Cool flex.
Yep. And so that's how she's reading it. And when you do walk in, she's just going to look at you and she's like, How much longer do you think that all of you are going to continue to be loud and noisy and just not really contributing to the current problem at hand?
Me, loud. I believe this is a problem with your good friend Harley. This is his party.
You know, you're correct on that.
Mm-hmm.
Just one moment. And the little arm's going to close the book and kind of dissipate. And she's going to walk into Harley's section. Wherever Harley's little stereo is, she's just going to walk over and say, oops, and touch it.
Harley is zoned. He doesn't notice that the music has stopped. Harley is working.
Charlie just staring over his shoulder like,
Oh, it's that awkward moment in a party when the lights come up and you realize everything's really gross and hot and nothing's good.
Yeah, she just touches it with this very stern look. And then she's going to turn and start walking back away from.
It was just as Saturday Night by Wakefield started to come on, and then you touched it, and then it goes down. I'm just working by memory here. This is just not good. And everybody's like, the music.
Oh,
As
no,
she's
you'll never
walking-
get that first dance with Charlie.
She's just going to look at Charlotte. She's going to, you know, it would have probably been better if I had realized that I could do that earlier, you know. Just
Have had your first dance with Charlie?
no, turn the
Before you
music
fried
off.
the stereo?
No, that fried the stereo. I didn't really think about it so much earlier, and so now that you mention it, I remembered. Hey, you know, I could have do that, and that would solve all of my problems. So
Yeah, breaking things almost always solves my problems.
precisely. That is why I did that. Oh no, I mean no, I didn't break. I was complimenting the music. That's what I was doing.
Complimenting it with your fry fingers.
Oops.
As Elena wanders a little bit further away from the radio, it kind of does the sputtery noise thing, like it's trying to kick back in, but it's just can't quite get it. And like the first little bit of "What is love?" like what is love? Yeah, it just sounds fucking horrible.
And yeah, going to with my gonna kind of drop the book out of my hand and let one of the arms pick it up again.
All right. I finally turn around. Oh, hi.
And you realize that the music is fucking dead-ish.
Yeah, Harley, this party really sucks.
It's, well, not my fault that the neighbors complained about the noise, I guess. Look, all right. I don't know if I've got anything here or not. I've started work on trying to figure out what is going on with Bastion.
what do you got? What do you got? What do you got? What do you got? What do you got?
All right,
What do you got?
so I went into the building CCTV system.
What do you got?
I got 5 successes worth of information, storyteller.
What do you got? What do you got? Charlie's just a fucking school kid right now. What do you got? What do you got?
You
What do you got?
you get nothing from the time that you can see that the Elysium started until the time that it completely just cuts out. It's semi fuzzy for the most part.
What do you got? What do you got? What do you got?
It's almost as if there was a bunch of Lasombras hanging out.
What do you got? What do you got?
We have a winner.
I knew it.
Yeah, see,
I knew
yeah,
it. I knew it. I knew it.
the distortion.
I knew it. I was like, I'm pointing at it. Just everybody. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
Oh,
I knew it.
Good work.
Yeah.
Good work.
I knew it.
Go
Bill.
team.
I don't want her to be there. That's gonna be a pain because of the Pentex and the spiders and the ghosts and whatnot. But I knew it. And there she is. She's gonna be there on one of 30 floors, 28 floors. She probably wasn't on our floor, and she probably wasn't on the Trevor floor. 28 floors.
I would probably
I-
potentially maybe that she was in the basement and when it all that is basically the one that we didn't actually go into because the Alexandru actually came up before we could go into the basement.
That's
So
true.
it
Weren't the
is probably
files?
there.
Weren't the paper files in the basement?
I don't remember. But I was reading this book and it talked about how a lot of times, if there's hauntings or ghosts or stuff like that, a lot of times they kind of come from dark places and like basements or attics or something. They don't typically hang around where there's a lot of things going on.
What are you reading? Goosebumps?
No.
You're reading about ghosts?
I thought it might help. I thought I was going to help you find out, what we could about her, and that is what I was trying to do.
That's
And-
really helpful. That's really helpful. Thank you.
You're welcome. And no, it's not goosebumps.
Well, what is it?
Do you still have the shadow arm holding up the book?
Yep.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, she let it.
slowly drifting towards the realization of that.
Yeah, because Elena dropped the book at one point, and then the arm came up and grabbed it.
No, it's called hunting in Connecticut. I thought it might help. I don't.
Oh, I see. It says based on a true story.
Like Amityville.
What?
Oh,
No,
we
I
haven't
didn't get.
watched
I
that
did not
movie
get
yet.
that. I did not get that book because, I read I read in a magazine something about
Oh, it was all fake.
it was
It was all a
got
hoax.
it got a thumb down or
Well,
no
Charlie's trying to
stars or
touch the
something.
trying to touch the arm that is holding up the the book at this point.
When he does that, Elena's just gonna like kind of raise her arm and have the book raise, like have the other arm raise the book up to him.
Oh,
You can look at it if you want to. I don't mind.
kind of just like trying to figure out a magic trick, just arm like hand like between the book, like underneath the like through the arm.
When you pass your hand through or your arm through the arm of Araman, your hand gets incredibly cold.
I see Charlie do that. I go, don't do that.
Ooh,
Don't do that.
ooh, ooh, I immediately do it again.
All right, so are we legitimately going to do this? Are we legitimately going back to that nightmare hellhole of a building to go look for a prince who I don't necessarily think we need to really do much about right now?
If we can find the prince, we can find proof that the prince was put there by Hazoon, which can depose him a lot easier than we can.
And
It doesn't mean
also
the prince doesn't have to wake up for us to do that.
Or I could just as easily just have Abigail lie and say that Hazoon murdered Prince Bastian, and there we go. Game, set, match. We're done.
But that it just also makes a little bit of sense that the prince is there because the building was given to Charlotte, and it kind of all connects to the fact that Charlotte was kind of meant to be the what did you call it before the Patsy folk guy, but you know what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm. All right, So I mean,
lying about Hazoon killing Bastion doesn't prove anything, and then Hazoon could also find a way to just pull Bastion out of nowhere and blame it on us because we were in that building, and Charlotte owned that building. But if we find the body and we can prove that he put her there, then he can't do anything about that, and then we can get him out.
And
Okay.
I read that the ghosts they can't really hurt you so much as unless they possess you, and then that's a whole thing like that. But I don't think that we have to worry about that so much, considering that well, we're not really alive so much. So
I don't know if that's something I want to test out necessarily, but it
More importantly,
could
we're
be.
probably going to not be able to go in there as ourselves.
I don't have really a problem.
I mean, yeah. At this point in time, are we really all that concerned about discretion?
I want to be, but it hasn't really been our strong suit.
So we don't even bother.
What are you afraid of? Cameras picking up on us being into the building? Because if that is the concern, then Harley could have just
I'll nuke
make
it
them
again.
not work anymore.
I'll nuke
I mean,
it.
it's not like the building's empty.
It's true.
Yeah, we might run in that's the thing, is we might run into, the Pentex people.
And it would be helpful to have a little bit of plausible deniability that it's not just us snooping around the old basement. At least it would give us more time.
No, we
True.
do what you did the first time, and we said, "Oh no, it was Pentex."
Yeah, but last time we owned the building, I sold it.
Well, I mean, we're fucking vampires. Let's be fucking vampires for a change, right?
Yes, let's be vampire janitors. We can get costumes.
That is easy for you to say. You can literally go into invisible.
Can too.
I can punch holes through concrete too if I really want to, and it's. But I mean, the fact remains, we're fucking vampires. We know Pentax is fucking supernatural as shit too. Why even fucking bother? We know who they are. They know who we are. Let's fucking do this. Within reason.
Within reason.
Okay, and Elena's gonna turn and start walking towards the door. She's gonna have the little the arm that was holding the book just set it down on a table or something on her way
Alright.
out.
I'm absolutely passing my hand through it one more time before it disappears.
Alright. And well, she made my choice for me, and I go back. I grab my laptop bag, reach into the top drawer of my desk, grab my mask and my brass knuckles.
All right. Is anyone else making any other preparations? We still have to
I'm
over to.
following Elena, and just like tisking for Florence out in the hall once we actually exit.
I was here for none of this planning, and I'm still not with the group.
That's
Yeah,
right.
That's what I was about to mention.
Charlotte goes.
We'll figure it out in a second.
Yeah, there's a little side thing going on with one of Charlotte's schools with Cassandra.
Cassandra, I think we've come up with an entire plan, and we're going to go do that. Would you like to come, or are you having fun?
And Cassandra kind of sticks her head out of the back room, and her lipstick is smudged, and she's like, I could come. I could come now.
Okay.
Okay, are you gonna be good?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'll see you later,
wait,
yeah?
do I have your number?
I'm sure you can figure out how to get a hold of me.
Don't
then
forget to
Charlotte-
give them orange slices.
And then Charlotte opens the door and says, "No, you won't." She makes her forget.
Okay. For everybody playing the home game, this is going to be pretty messed up. Like, what power are you using on him? Just a regular forgetful mind.
Yep.
All right. So let's see what that is. I believe it's automatic against.
He is about to be
Or-
very confused.
Most
He's
dominated
gonna be
automatic against humans.
Super fucking confused. Yeah, especially against humans. That pretty much goes through automatically. So you're making him forget the last 15 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Everybody playing the home game.
I don't want the
chat.
competition.
We have chat open over on the side here, and Lex actually sent me a DM saying that she was using lingering kiss on Adam. So he not only just forgot the last 15 minutes, he now has lingering kiss in effect on him.
Oh.
So he doesn't know what he wants. He just knows that he really, really wants it.
Oh, this
That
poor
poor-
kid.
That poor bastard.
Wow.
Everybody leave my Adam alone.
Oh
So-
my god.
So as a storyteller, I'm definitely planning on having Adam show up the next time the whole coteries in the one spot to have him go, you.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so everybody is leaving the building at this point.
Cassandra, do you want a gun? I have a gun.
I definitely don't want a gun, no.
She didn't
Okay.
even know.
I was just
Are we
asking.
taking are we taking the limo or the helicopter, or are we going to walk, or are we going to take the boat?
Not the
I
boat.
vote boat.
No, not the boat. Like, I know we said that. I know I
just-
said that subtlety isn't our strong point, but that's a lot.
Okay,
need to
we'll
know where
split the
to
difference
go.
and take the helicopter
Just look down at Florence and just.
then.
If we take the helicopter, then we have to land on the roof, and the basement is a lot of floors down.
Are you suggesting we take the
And we have to go-
submarine?
Do you have a
That's
submarine?
an
Didn't know that was
option?
an option. I changed my vote. I vote submarine.
I'm curious,
I-
but not right now.
I mean, technically, that would put us closer to the basement than the helicopter, which, if we take the helicopter, we have to land on the roof, and then we have to go down past the no more travel room, and then the spider room, and the Pentex room,
Oh,
and the other ghosty room, and then
that's so
Our-
many
oh.
bad rooms.
Then-
Can we take the limo?
You have a perfectly good Nosferatu sitting right here.
Can we take the
I
limo?
don't want to go back into the sewer.
Let me go on a
not that
let
vote.
me do it.
let you do what?
Go through the sewers, go through the basement.
Do you remember the last time that you tried to do something stupid like that on your own?
That's true.
Why can't we?
No.
Why can't we take the limo and just go in the building?
I'm with Charlie on this one.
Maybe, like Harley, if you want to, you can go and you can scope it out ahead of time and see if we're gonna have to like run into people or like
Okay, that'll
like
work.
redirect
for me.
people before we actually walk in. But
That'll work.
Can
for
you
me.
not just look at the cameras and see what is going on in there?
I can do that too. This
Okay, then
is-
do that. Or
this is
rather you
more
do that than for you to go. Yeah, it was more fun when you got torn into two pieces by a werewolf, wasn't it?
Fuck. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
All
Yeah.
right.
She's gonna hold that over your head for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
There are these things that sometimes that you don't think things all the way through sometimes. It is all right. That is why I'm here, and I can remind you of the bad things that happened when you did that.
Good point. I'll be smart.
Thank
I can
you.
do this right now, actually.
I'm sure Charlotte does not want to be hit with your bottom half again.
Right. Because
Ah.
now, out of character here. Are my all the way back when in the yesteryear of season 1? Are my back doors that I put in the systems in the building still in place?
When Charlotte got hit by your ass, yes, those back doors are in fact.
Okay.
That's how we differentiate the seasons.
when Charlotte got hit by your back door,
Right. All right. So.
God damn it.
Boo.
All right, so I mean, do I even need to roll to do an advanced scouting on the CCTV network inside the building?
No, no, it
Okay.
would be, yeah, if we just use the new errata stuff,
Mm.
just use like half your successes, and that's way more than enough successes
Yeah.
to do it.
So I mean, yeah, I pwned the building before we left, so I should be able to get whatever information we need as far as where's what and who's who currently. So I will provide the full information that we need to move forward. So
And you are all making your way towards the limo, I'm assuming.
Yeah, the only one I
Yes.
have is the date limo.
That's my
The one-
favorite limo.
The
Oh
one
my
with the pool in the back.
Hmm.
Pink.
Okay, yeah.
Pink
And the bed in the
fuzzy.
front.
My God.
This is pretty close to being a good time to take a bit of a break, but as the coterie goes onto the elevator, the boombox kind of kicks back into life, and In My Dreams by Darkness is playing as the elevator doors close. And we're going to take a break because I'm officially done with Much Dance Makes 95.
It's not done with you.
Elena
It
just,
probably
as the
isn't.
doors are shutting, Elena's just glaring at that boombox like,
And then the arm of Airman pushes it onto the floor. Like, And welcome back, everybody. So everyone is going to be going to the former Alexander Industries building.
It'll be fine.
What
Yeah.
could go
We're
wrong?
good. We made it out the first couple of times just fine. We'll
It
be
is.
fine this
It's
time.
been a few episodes since this coterie fucked around, though, so we'll see what happens.
We'll find out.
We don't have Trevor to save our asses either.
Speaking of fucking around, you're going in the least subtle limo you could possibly find.
That is not true. The boat still counts.
That's
The
true.
least subtle of the limos.
God.
Had you decided on going with the boat, I would have pointed out that there's a slight problem with your plan, that the boat isn't actually in the water at the moment. And you
Isn't it
still
on a
probably
flatbed?
would have ended up going with the boat.
Mhm.
It's on a trailer.
Oh.
It's fine. We can just hop
Right.
on there.
It's fine.
We're the worst at this job.
But yeah, I just
For yourself, I am fantastic. I'm joking.
Get in the pink fuzzy limo.
Yes, ma'am.
I'm getting in right behind Elena, like with Florence, and I'm immediately asking Elena like just a million questions about the shadow arms. so how exactly do you just like manipulate it? And how do you make it do exactly what you want it to do? Like is it? Usually I see stuff that just kind of like tidal waves over, but you're like moving, holding books and.
Okay, let me just. Can you hold your hand up like this? Can you move your fingers?
We're
Okay,
gonna hold hands.
that's how I do that. Like how you do this and how I'm doing this. It does the same. It's the same thing with.
But it's not
the
connected
arms.
to your. It's not connected to your body. It was over there, and it was like coming like through the
Okay,
floor.
okay, hold on, one second.
Quick storyteller question. Is Charlie actually attempting to manifest anything shadow related?
No.
Damn it!
Okay, so all right, this
So noted.
one of you, do you have a flashlight thing or something on your phones or something? You know, can I just?
I'll just literally just turn the light on my phone on my hand.
Like all of us hold
Okay.
up our phones with flashlights on.
all
them.
right.
Yep.
So you put the light onto your hand
Uh-huh.
like this.
Uh-huh.
All right. Do you see behind there's a shadow?
Yes.
Move your fingers. Do
Okay.
you see that your shadow moves too?
But that didn't look like your hand.
No, but it's about the same time. It kind of works the same way though. I can make my shadows, just move it around because they control the same way as like you controlling your hand.
But your hand's not
I
a
just-
tentacle.
Yeah.
No, it's not identical, but that I just think about it and it just does what I want it to do. Okay, all right, just 1 second. Just don't move. Just wait. And I'm going to bring out the tentacles again. as
You're
the-
going
the
to
arm.
rouse the blood?
I am. Yes, I am.
Charlotte and Cassandra both like, mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Harley has
And-
seen this show before, and he is on his laptop still casing out the building if he can.
I don't think that's the show we are here for.
And yes, so I actually succeeded this time.
Okay.
So, and I'm going to bring them out, and then I'm going to just essentially, as I'm moving my hand, make them move with me, and then I'll kind of like I'm going to touch Charlie's face, but instead of I'm not going to actually touch it. I'm going to let the tentacle touch his face.
Charlotte is like mirroring it on Cassandra.
And so yes, I'm just going to be playing with the tentacles, like moving
That
through
Feels
and just.
weird.
Two quick things. One, Elena, which side of Charlie's face would it be going for? Like the right side or the left side? Like the side with the
Probably
light
the
on and
side that doesn't have the direct light
Yeah.
on it that would hurt.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
And
And
part
so,
two, for comedic effect, while Charlotte is going to do the same thing to Cassandra, the limo actually goes over a bump and you accidentally end up slapping Cassandra.
Oh.
honey.
Bitch.
That feels weird.
Um,
Shh, it's fine.
It
It's
was
fine.
an accident.
I don't think Florence likes it so much, so I could
Mhm.
not to do that. But essentially, it does what I want it to do, much like when you move your fingers or you move your hand or anything like that. I just kind of sort of think about it that I wanted to do something and it just does it. And like when you make people go crazy, you think about it, you want it to happen, and it does. So when I think about something like that and I want it to happen, like if I don't want to hold the book myself, they do it for me, and I just.
But yours looks cool, and mine just hurts people. But yours can do all this really cool stuff. And
But I can. They do got things like that when I want them to do that. But at the same time, do you remember the last time that I really used them? Like, the person I kind of held them up like a puppet, like a marionette puppet, and
no, I usually look away.
oh well, I detached their wrists from
Yeah,
their
I
arms.
definitely looked away.
But you see, yours
She's
kind of
losing him.
hurts.
This is
I can
going
do
from
the same
sexy to
things,
scary
but,
really fast.
That would be the name of Elena's biography.
They aren't exactly just. They're not. They don't just do that. They're just
No,
kind of
yes.
they're kind of like an extension of me, like Peter Pan. Peter Pan. His little shadow does the things. Okay, it's like
He
that.
was a jerk. The shadow was a jerk.
Yeah, he
Guess you
couldn't
went to the
control that
movies.
shadow.
But you can.
Right. I guess I control them and I can make them help me do things that I need them to do, or I can use them to touch you if I wanted them to do that. Then I make
Now
them,
we're back into sexy.
It's
you
cool.
know, and it because they're called because it's I'm just not going to explain why it's called. I'm just going to let it go and just. But you get the idea. It's just an extension, and it does what I want it to do, and I want it to do.
I don't get it yet. You should touch Charlie more with them.
Yeah,
I'm still confused.
just like gently on his face.
Okay,
Yeah.
how about this? And I will have 3 separate ones, one for Charlie, one for Charlotte, and one for Cassandra, and at the same time. Like that.
You didn't need to include us in it. You were having a moment on that nice fuzzy bed.
But you were confused as to how you were confused, so I thought I would show you that you
I'm
just.
not at all interested.
I think it's cool.
Thank you.
Charlie
See,
thinks it's cool.
Not everything that I do is scary. Sometimes it is cool. Like you said, it's not everything that I do has to be scary.
I mean, you did say that you broke somebody's wrist with it, but like this
But that was because they were being really mean to you and to Harley and to everybody else, and they were trying to. I think that was the one that staked Harley, so he kind of deserved it.
that makes sense.
Still scary.
But this is really cool.
Just know that I can protect you with all of these if it were to come to that.
Yeah.
Less scary, right? Just a little bit less scary, maybe. Just
I think it's cool.
thank you. Charlie thinks it's cool.
Well, Charlie has great taste.
He does.
I'm gonna retract them all now.
Oh God, were they still near us?
Yeah, I didn't take them away. They're still doing what I want them to do. Playing with Cassandra's hair.
So, storyteller, have I? What are we gonna be walking into when this
Storyteller, something plot related.
Yes, when this rolling pink wagon of fun rolls up in front of the building, what has Harley seen so far?
Okay, I refuse to call it anything but the rolling pink wagon of tentacles from the spine on.
Horse.
That's a long vanity plate.
Yeah. So you would find that the security has been upped ever so slightly.
Mhm.
That, they're actually kind of like armed well, not like super armed guards, like they're not walking around in like SWAT equipment, but it's like
They've got basic
now,
sidearms.
yeah, now that they've got basic sidearms, kind of the really close knit flak vests, and they move in like groups of 3 at this particular point. So they're actually like they have a perimeter around the building, and they actually you can see when you flip through various internal cameras, you can see at least evidence that some of them have been to a lot of the different floors.
Okay. Now this is the important detail here. Are these guys wearing like rent-a-cop uniforms, or are they wearing Pentex uniforms?
They are basically it's not rent-a-cop uniforms. These are like professional, like almost military grade, but not quite.
Okay. So, all right, light duty sentries, basically. Okay. I look up and see the tentacle play going on, and
You want to call it tentacle play?
yeah,
I do now.
I know. As soon as I said it, I realized like, fuck.
Oh no, what have I done?
Too late now.
We'll roll with it.
Whoops.
Let's keep going.
Whoops.
By the way, everybody, we're an 18+ game.
Oh, we had to say it, didn't we?
And I just kind of. All right, so yeah, this isn't gonna be a walk in the park, and yeah,
No, it's going to be a walk in the building.
well, and I turn my monitor around. If Charlotte herself doesn't have Wi-Fi rigged up in this limo, Harley at least has a 4G SIM card in his laptop. That
Oh yeah, yeah.
Elena moves back as much as she can away from it.
but I've
It's okay. You're on the fuzzy bed anyway with Charlie.
Security?
Yeah, but I've got my laptop turned, and it's set to kind of like auto cycle through different cameras throughout the building and the external, and you can everyone's able to see as described. So
Okay.
yeah.
There's security officers. Can you tell? Do you think that they are, like the werewolves that we dealt with before, or are they human people, or are they kindred? Are they aside? Can
I
you
guess it's hard to
at all
tell
from
from cameras.
How about we try not to find
that?
out?
I mean, but it's just
It might be good.
okay.
It might be good to have an idea.
That's true.
If because that way we could, we'd handle it a very different way. We'd wind up handling it a very different way if we knew that they were human versus if we thought that they were big dogs.
Let's assume that everyone we see on camera is either kindred or a werewolf.
Then
Okay,
we
but
should
see, the
not
thing
go
about
in there.
That's the
Um,
thing. Yeah.
And if they're not kindred and they're not werewolf, and we go in there and we end up, because I know that myself personally, if I'm going to assume that they are one or the other, then the moment that I see them, I'm liable going to, kill them or something. And if they're human, I may not have to do that, so that's not a good plan, Harley. It's not a good plan to consider them to be one or the other, considering that could have a very fatal.
I'm using that as a baseline of risk, though. That's what I'm trying
Okay.
to. Yeah.
How about we send maybe Cassandra could go, and like one of you could go invisible next to her, and she could see if they're human or not. Surely you could hear a heartbeat, or get their blood really pumping, and you could tell if they are one of the other, and if they are one of the other, then you're not going to get hurt, because then Harley or Charlie could be there, invisible. And
Do werewolves not have hearts?
I don't know all of the things that you're asking me. I'm trying to.
They have hearts.
They have
hearts,
dog
but from what I remember from the last time, they could tell pretty quickly what we were. So if you go, if you, she's not wrong. If you were to go up and try to, be you, and they're very much not into that, then there's a high chance that that's a werewolf.
And if you listen to the heart, it'll go woof 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 woof.
I don't
I
think
don't
that's how
think
that
that
works.
is true so much, but either way, at least you wouldn't be going in there alone like Harley did, the last time that he really got fucked up really bad. You want to be going alone. This time
Yeah.
somebody will be
I-
with you so that if something bad happens, there's somebody there, and then we can knock come to your rescue, and we'll just
I
want to be in two
can.
pieces.
Let's keep yelling at Harley.
That's fine with me, but I mean, realistically, I mean, I can move about unseen, on surveillance. I mean,
You're not going alone,
I
Harley.
no,
Just
no.
stop
It's just
with
I
that.
no. I'm the. It's just
Let
I'm
Cassandra
the.
do the thing,
I am
and
the.
she'll be
That's
fine.
Sorry,
what I'm
which
saying.
thing?
You could do the thing, or you're just a little. I don't know. You do this thing, and then they just, like the person that you are with before we left.
Well, no.
The
This will
the
be.
thing that you do that they like you a lot, and you get all the numbers and.
If I can, Harley, that makes sense in terms of staying off of cameras. But if we're going near people that might be werewolves, I think I'm quieter than you. I don't know, but I think I'm quieter than you. I'm not.
Wait.
visible.
Would the Florence know if there was? Would the Florence know?
Probably.
Could she tell? But because I don't think that somebody was really, in thinks too much about, a dog.
Probably. I mean, convincing her to go on her own might be a thing, but I could go with her invisibly and yeah.
If you don't want to put your dog at risk, you could send that big rat in.
I left Kitty back at my place. Kitty's.
This is the one time that I would agree that you should have brought that thing, and you didn't do it. What were you thinking? Why did you not bring it? This would be perfect timing for them to, go in there and to do.
I don't.
I'll
I
rouse.
agree. Harley keeps messing up Elena.
I don't have control over Kitty like Charlie has control over Florence yet.
It is because of Abigail, isn't it? Since you have been talking to her again, and you have just been off flutter-brained and not thinking properly.
While this is going on, I've roused for feral whispers, and I just rolled 3 successes. And I'm just I'm leaning down to Florence and just go, "Hey, so so we're gonna when we get there, we're gonna walk out.
Okay.
I'll be there. I'm gonna do my invisible thing. You're just gonna you're gonna walk around, just like normal. And if the people like the guards that are walking around the front, if they smell like us or like worse, like that big wolf thing, you'll know pretty quickly, I imagine. So
Right. Okay. Yeah.
and you can get out of there as soon as if they are one of them. But if they're not, that will be very helpful for us to know, because then I could do something different.
Okay.
Okay.
And so,
All that said, after Florence does a little bit of investigating to make sure that there's no giant, big, bad wolves around, I'm pretty confident that me and Cassandra could pretty much take on anybody 2-on-1 in a social situation.
Oh yeah.
I'd agree with
See
that.
if they are human, and you could do your little thing, and
Yeah.
Charlotte could make them not remember
Yeah.
anything, and you could
No,
make
give
them
me an
really like you a
onomatopoeia,
lot,
please.
and you two wouldn't have to go into the basement.
What? I want to go in the basement. I just want an onomatopoeia. You give her the. I want mine.
But I don't know what
Like
to do. You do
like
the stare, the very stern, like
Oh,
you do
yeah,
this
yeah.
little
It's like,
thingy and do this.
Yeah, okay. I like
That's
that
good.
one.
I like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Okay, then we're good.
I'm-
Then you can do the little thing, and she can do the thing, and then we go to the basement, and we find the prince, and then we, make the prince not whatever is happening there, or figure that out,
And then we can go back to yelling at Harley.
That can be later. We can need to yell at Hazoon
So,
after we figure the things out with the plan.
so
Dibs on not yelling at Hazoon because that sounds like a bad plan.
it does. But for this plan,
But
so I'm gonna walk around with Florence, and I'm gonna not be singing, and we're gonna see if this is something really bad or just the regular kind of bad. And if it's the really bad, that's where like we all need help. And if it's just regular people, then you two can do thing. And I can do my thing, and Harley can make sure that like meet monitoring the cameras to make sure that like weird stuff isn't going to keep happening from there, and then we can all do the thing.
That works.
if it's a really bad thing, then then Cassandra and Charlotte can not have to deal with that,
Yeah.
and I could deal with that, or
Yeah, we can handle
we
that.
could
Okay.
role reversal, that thing, where you two do this, but no, not good. So then we do that, and then you know what I mean.
I think so.
Yes.
And break.
Yeah, I think we've got a good plan. You just tell me where you want me, and I'm on Overwatch.
Right here in that seat, watching those cameras and not becoming two pieces.
God damn
One
it!
piece.
Yes. Until we can go in, and then we all go in.
Okay.
I'm not sure if the two pieces part was the goddamn it, or the stay here and sit down part was goddamn.
A little column
Can be two
A.
things.
Oh, I wanted to become two pieces.
It went so well for me last time.
Right.
I mean, how often do
Definitely
you get to
didn't go
throw
well
a
for
butt at
Charlotte.
Charlotte?
I'm gonna request that we park just like not directly in front of the building because patrol guards, but just a little bit back.
Yeah, I have to apologize to Brennan that Charlotte is becoming the butt of a bunch of jokes.
Stop it.
Oh my god.
Done. I'm dead. It's over.
Yeah, so you come pulling up, I'm assuming like a block away, kind of keep a little bit of distance between the main building and the party van.
Yep.
Yeah.
And yeah,
Just be careful.
Yeah.
Don't do dumb
And,
things.
Who's going in group one?
so the group one is Florence and myself. Florence gonna walk around like just like a stray dog, and I'm gonna obfuscate. So just like well, based on the position as well, I guess I'm gonna kind of like awkwardly like climb over Elena to get off this fucking bed thing towards the door. Like excuse me.
Okay.
Sorry.
Convenient.
You're fine. It is okay.
Thank you. And I'll open
I'm
the door.
immediately gonna take Charlie's place on the bed next to Elena.
And I'll open the door for Florence and like step out, and like in the moment that I'm out of the car, I will go unseen. And that's a success on my rouse check. And I'm just gonna walk alongside Florence, and we're gonna do a perimeter sweep to see if the guards are human.
Florence kind of noses around a little bit, puts her nose a couple places, goes up to the corner of the building, and some guards come around that particular corner as Florence is sniffing, and they're like, "Hey, get out of here, you dumb mutt!"
You should kill them for that.
I agree.
And they're taking a kick at Florence. Florence is not liking that.
Bite their leg off.
Who cares if they're human?
How many of them are there?
Monsters.
There's two in this particular group.
Okay, cool. So first of all, is she reacting like they're regular people, or is she like reacting like she does around us or around the werewolves?
She's reacting like they're regular people.
Okay, cool. Is one taking a kick at her, or are both of them?
Just the one.
Okay, cool. So the moment that one goes to take a kick at her, I'm up behind the other guy, and I sink my teeth into his neck to drop myself down one hunger, and also like do that whole trance thing.
Okay.
And Yeah, it's like the moment he goes into trance, I'm pulling one hunger and I'm slamming his head into the side of the building.
Alrighty.
Checks out.
And then once the other one turns around, I'm going to lock eyes with him and I'm gonna tell him, this is probably the scariest thing that you're gonna see all night. You should get as far away from here as possible. You probably should even go ahead and just run into the fucking water and run and swim until you can get as far away from here as possible. And I'm gonna try dementation on the one that tried to kick Florence. I'm back up to hunger too.
Cool. He'll drown. Fuck that guy.
That's the point.
Hey, are you sure you want to do that? Because that's kind of mean. Yeah, okay, yeah, it's totally mean.
Shut up.
We've been debating, and it's really mean of you to do that. Like, I don't know if you understand, like the humanity rules.
Nobody kicks my fucking dog.
And then we were playing John Wick.
And that's 4 successes on this guard on a dementation roll.
Baba Yaga. Where is? There it is. Nope. All right, there it is. Dementation. And the fight of that is composure plus intelligence.
Mhm.
Well, this is going to be a fun roll. How many did you
Florence is our
4.
mascot. You don't fuck with
You know what?
Florence.
You know what? I'm gonna burn willpower for the fun of it. 8 critical.
get?
I don't have a lot of willpower, but why not?
That is way more than his 3.
Yeah.
Going
So
swimming.
He kicked my dog. Fuck him.
Full support.
see, the funniest
Absolutely.
part is the way I had envisioned this particular building and the main entrance and Charlie coming up to it. There's like water like right there. Like you walk probably about 200-300 meters and you hit water,
Mhm.
but he's in the opposite direction. So he actually has to cross most of this particular part of Vancouver to get to water, and he is booking it. Like he is.
And the moment that he books it, I'll lean down and take a second pull from the guy I just slammed into the side of the building to drop back down to hunger 1 again
Okay,
while he's unconscious.
fair enough.
So,
That's called efficiency.
Yep.
Mm.
And then
Harley's-
I will obfuscate again. I succeeded on that, and we'll continue our patrol to make sure that everybody else is fine.
Harley's taken off his mask after seeing all this go down on a security camera. Well, I
What is
don't-
going on?
I don't need to do anything. Just have. Then I turn the computer around again. Just have Charlie. Charlie can there. Yeah, I'm good.
What happened?
Um,
What?
Charlie just effectively removed 2 of the perimeter guards. One of them just took off screaming, so I don't know if Charlie just broke his brain. Probably the other one, he just laid out and he's taken him to a little bit of a dinner date.
That's the scary thing that I talked about that he can do.
Well, yeah. So, just
It's efficient. That's what I was
these-
talking about.
the Malkavian Primogen's a one-man wrecking crew. This further proves the point of why we need to be doing this in the first place. So, might makes right as far as the Camarilla is concerned, and I think Charlie's. I don't know, he's not gonna like it, but I think he's gonna have to end up assuming that role sooner or later.
Assuming what role? Exactly.
The scary guy that you don't want to fucking piss off.
I thought he already had that role.
There's that level, and then there's like big wigs in the Camarilla, like the ones that you do not piss off because they will kill you, your sire, and any child or you might have spawned. Charlie is working up to that level slowly but surely. Whether he likes it or not, he's gonna earn himself a reputation.
Doesn't seem to be that slowly.
Wow.
Not that kind of assumed that is the role that he already had. Like you don't fuck with Charlie or Florence or anything like that. But I don't necessarily think that. I mean, It is not a requirement for him to be that type of person, because you're talking sort of on the horizontal levels, I think, and the Charlie's not like that so much. Like, he doesn't necessarily go to just randomly, hurt people
That's
or kill
true.
anybody.
You don't have to be that way for people to think you're that way.
That is very, very true. But I'm just saying this clip, if that got circulated to the right individuals, I mean, we could definitely use that for our advantage.
On the same
Two
note,
of you
if
are
that-
quite the power couple.
Mm-hmm. Very strong.
Mm-hmm.
The modern family.
Exactly.
I don't understand what you're talking about. I just
I mean, the two of you seem to have a lot in common, and
he does
you
not play
seemed
with
very
shadows.
close when you were having your little discussion just there.
Mm-hmm. And touching.
All snuggled up on the bed here.
And you said that the tentacles are like an extension of yourself, so running them through his hair is basically
I like
like
Charlie. What is the problem with that?
There's no
nothing.
problem. I think it's lovely.
Yeah.
I think it does both of you some good.
But
I just think you need to be a little bit more forward because he's an old man and he doesn't get it.
Yeah, if you wanted to be like,
You do realize I think that I
Friends.
might actually be just a bit older than him, right? So if you're
Yeah.
calling him old, then at the same time you're calling me old, and it just
Old is a state of mind.
Florence,
Speaking of Florence,
just saying you guys are cute together. It's very wholesome, surprisingly.
Young
And
old
sweet.
love.
okay, then all right. But I back to what is important. You should not let that circulate so much, because if it were to circulate like that, or anybody were to get their hands on it, then technically that's kind of a masquerade breach, and that would completely not to do it be what we wanted it to do.
there's
all.
breaking the masquerade, and then there's strategically using leverage.
They will use that leverage, as you're talking about, to leverage themselves against us.
It depends. I'm just gonna sit on this. I'm gonna sit on
Baby
this.
steps.
Baby steps, exactly.
speaking of Florence, though, Florence and Charlie would be turning another corner, and you see two more guards coming towards the direction that you are coming from. So they're basically going to come straight towards you. And you hear like a squawk over the radio, like, Section 3 is down. Section 3 is down. And then they look at them, they're like, say again, over. Section 3 is down. Squad 5 is not reporting.
I'm being entirely quiet. I'm waiting to see what they do.
They're actually kind of moving, they're not jogging or anything, but they're moving a bit faster towards your location.
Yeah, I'm moving out of this location because it's just I'm invisible and my dog looks like a stray dog at this point. So just continuing to move through things.
Via the social clues that you've been given and that you gave to Florence, you definitely tell she stops and she like points kind of at one of them, that it would be not human in that particular regard.
I'm gonna very lightly, so I don't break obfuscate, just like pat her on the back, like good job, and probably just like, I imagine she'll have Silence of Death up at some point just to like, be less noticeable. Like
Yeah, when she lets you know, like when she gives you that particular signal, Silence of Death definitely went up. And I'm gonna get a stealth roll from you, even with obfuscate up.
Okay. That is, what is that, Dex and Stealth?
It'll be Dex and Stealth.
All right. 5 successes.
Just as they come up to the corner, it's kind of near where Florence was, because Florence had kind of wandered near where you were.
Mhm.
They stop dead, and then the one of them, like, because you can see kind of a profile look of them, one of them looks directly at you, and he starts to raise his gun.
I'm like, as he raises his gun, I'm going to just sort of like move down like to the side, because I don't know if he can see me or if he can smell me. So I'm going to move like out of the way of where his gun is going to see if he follows me before I pick anything from that point.
So you're going to go, if you're looking directly at him, you're going to go down and to the right.
Yeah, like crouched, like ready to spring, but just still being silent and unseen, out of the way, just in case he's going in that direction.
Because his gun was across him, and
Yep.
the way he raises it up, he actually stops where you crouch.
No, like if he's raising up this way, then I'm ducking down that way, so I can tell if he has to follow me.
Yeah, he would definitely follow you.
Yeah, so the moment he follows me, I'm actually diving straight at his knees, with my elbow, just to see if I can knock it out of socket before I run to
right.
do a surprise attack.
Fair enough. He's going to shoot at you.
All right. Rouse Dex, cool. Six successes.
That's 2 more than his 4. So you collide with his. You basically push out the elbow and collide with his knee, and
Yeah, I'm driving my whole forearm into his knee to see if I can break it, dislocate it, or knock him over, and it will take me out of obfuscate, obviously.
Yeah, that dislocates his knee. Like, he's like, fuck, and he
Yep.
like falls over, and
the
his
moment
friend
he
is going to
falls-
shoot at you.
But I think the moment he falls, I'm rolling. Are there bushes like a bit away from the building?
There'd be a few bushes there.
Yeah, I'm rolling into the bushes, and then obfuscating again to get out of the way. So
I'm gonna get a
pull
Dex and
athletic for you,
athletics.
yeah. Four successes.
He got 8.
Okay,
So he's spraying you with bullets. You would take 2 superficial damage,
I'll take it.
and everybody else hears this particular commotion.
Harley, I think, would have been watching, or would have been, trying to tag along with Charlie, or, following Florence, along on the security. And
Yeah.
I think once Harley realized what was happening, like right around the time that Charlie was making his move to go for the knee, I think that's probably when Harley might have realized what was going on. Immediately, just instinctively tossing, moving the laptop to the side, reaching down, throwing the mask on. Elena, we gotta go. You two stay in the limo.
Out the door.
And
And
From the bed, it's more scoot, scoot, and then out the door.
well, yeah.
Oh, God.
As soon as I'm doing that, though, I would also like to go ahead and have the feral weapons on my claw fingernails and touch of Oblivion going.
Do you two stay in the limo or no? No.
But I suspect we're like strolling after them.
Yeah, like they told us to say, and then we're like, yeah, totally. We're gonna.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm back up to
Let's
hunger.
go.
I'm back up to hunger too, but I obfuscated the moment I went into the bushes, and
Okay.
I'm just like I'm just moving along the bush line, obfuscated. I know I'm bleeding, but trying to stay out of sight as best as I can.
And I would
Well, you're kindred leak. They don't bleed.
Yeah, either way. Just holding it and just invisible, silent, moving along the bush line to be not quite seen.
I probably would have been using Soaring Leap to try to get to him as quickly as possible.
The one that is still there, that still has his gun, is kind of looking in your direction. You can tell that he can't see you per se, because the other one was the one that was able to see you.
Mhm.
This one is kind of malforming ever so slightly, like his body is kind of growing in certain places, but not
How's
all places equally.
how's the one on the ground doing?
The one on the ground is back up on his one particular good leg.
Okay. Is he actually still holding his gun?
He was.
Okay. Since the other one can't see me, the moment I see them get up, I'm cutting back the other way through the bushes, and I'm gonna wait until I can actually get like a clear shot on the other one, while
On
still
Hoppy?
being hidden. Yeah, while I'm waiting, because I'm still in the bushes, so
Yeah.
staying out of his line of sight, and hopefully this guy can't figure out where I am.
And Patrick, you are coming in via Soaring Leap.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to just basically do a quick snap assessment of what's going on. I can't see Charlie. I see these two individuals.
Florence has also gone to ground.
And
Yeah.
Florence has also gone to ground. All right.
I told her to.
Yep. I'm actually I'm gonna take off my hood and my mask, and I'm going to hoot and holler and make a big public spectacle to draw their attention away, and I'm going to try to get the hell out of Dodge as quickly as I can with Soaring Leap as well. I'm going to try to go perpendicular to the angle of approach that Elena and I were taking, so I'm trying to draw them both away from Elena and Charlie.
Okay. The one is going to spray bullets in your general direction.
Am I in that general direction as well?
Funny
No,
you
you're
should
on the-
ask.
You're around the side of the building, as far as I'm aware. Based on Harley's
Yeah.
plan.
He's unhappy, so he's spending willpower. Are you dodging? I'm guessing with your Soaring Leap.
Yeah.
Let's go with a strength and athletics for that one.
Okay. I'm gonna rouse.
I did my checks for
The
Oblivion's touch and
Oblivion's
feral
touch.
weapon. Yeah, one of them failed, so I'm up at hunger 2 now.
Elena,
Patience.
should- eat one of the two that are in the limousine and then get on with your business.
No, I don't want them. But
No, you
whatever's
thought of
coming up, perhaps then. But right now it's not a good time for me to talk to you. You just need to have patience, and we'll get together.
Your
Momentarily.
time isn't important to me. You should probably already know that.
Oh, I'm very well aware, but what you need to understand is patience is a virtue for a reason, and we will handle such accordingly. And
We're
if you
going to
don't
circle
like it, then
back around to this conversation later.
I'm sure we will.
Got 4.
4 successes.
Yep.
You also take 2 superficial damage because this guy knows how to shooty bang bang.
And I'm not stopping the fight. I'm gonna try to clear. My next action I'm gonna spend continuing Soaring Leap. My eventual game plan though is to also try going into ground in the sewers.
Is the
All
guy
right.
that shot at him chasing?
Yeah, he's going in that direction. Like
If
he,
Cool.
he does that, can I, as he's coming to the, I guess, to the corner, can I kind of catch him off guard?
Yep. That's what I was waiting
most
for.
likely.
Yeah, I'd like to do that, and my intention is I would like to essentially use my feral weapon to punch to go through his chest, and if possible, grab his heart and use the touch of oblivion on that.
I mean, Touch of Oblivion work in his chest in general. But yeah.
Yeah. Essentially, though, yes. Touch of oblivion and feral weapon at the same time.
I'm
like
gonna
going
get a
straight to the chest.
strength and
Absolutely.
brawl roll on that one
Yeah.
because you're trying to dig at internal organs.
So, not are they kindred or wolf? And
This one is large.
okay,
You can't tell.
self-preservation come into play.
It doesn't seem to actually be manifesting any wolf-like features. It's just getting grotesquely large.
Will self-preservation come into play on that?
For him or you?
It's my self-preservation.
I feel like the general answer is yes.
Yes.
Fantastic. All right. Hold on. That is 5, and 2 of those are crits.
7.
It's
Fuck
7.
him
Yeah.
up.
So you come around the corner and you basically notice that he is wearing kind of a flak jacket type thing. So you kind of grab him with your one arm and then go up underneath the rib cage with the other arm with the feral weapons, and you're going to use Touch of Oblivion. Remind the people playing the home game what Touch of Oblivion does.
Essentially, Touch of Oblivion causes whatever I'm touching to wither away.
Yeah, pretty much everything
So-
in the path of your claws
Yeah.
that you're grabbing pretty much does just that.
Rot away. Yeah.
Yeah, he's fucked.
May I make a
Fuck that guy.
simultaneous roll while this is happening for
Yes.
the guy that's hanging back? I imagine he can't have the best grip on his gun if he's like hobbled kneeling.
It's pretty solid. Like he seems to be bouncing on the one leg rather almost supernaturally.
Okay, how tall is he?
He's about 6 foot.
Okay, so he's a bit taller than me. So, barring the 2 things that I was about to do, Charlie is coming behind him while he's looking ahead,
Mhm.
and obfuscated. I'm gonna straight up punch him in the nuts
Smart.
because my first 2 ideas weren't gonna work, and that's a 6 on a surprise attack.
Yeah, he gets punched really hard in the nuts. He drops like a sack of shit, really. Like,
Cool. That's when I'm taking the gun, and I'm not even gonna worry about a firearms roll because I'm gonna press it straight to his head and pull the trigger, so I don't miss.
I'm still gonna make you do a firearms roll. But
Sure.
You got heightened dex at the moment, and add like 2 dice due to the proximity.
Sure. That is 2 successes,
Really? With all those dice?
right?
Yeah, either way, he's pretty much dead at this point.
Yeah.
You did a crap load of damage to the knee, and then you did a massive amount of damage to his jugular area.
Yep.
And then you basically just you can't quite keep a hold of the gun because it's full automatic at this point, and you're basically just like spraying randomly, and you shoot the crap out of his dead body.
I just look at it and just go, this is why I didn't have a gun, and just gonna just tuck it against me and just go to meet up with everybody. Just like, we made a lot of noise.
Yeah, I would say once my hand goes into his chest, I'm probably like spouting little threats and pissed off things in Spanish to him, just
I
holding
was
him.
really unnerved at this, but just we made a lot of noise.
Just pull out.
Charlotte looks at Cassandra in the limo. I think they could use a diversion.
Yeah.
Do you have pantyhose?
Yeah, of course.
I have an idea.
Into the purse of holding.
Anything coming over the radio of the dead guy? Either of them at this point?
Just like there's actually a warning coming down, like, all units converge on section 5.
I hand Charlotte the pantyhose.
I'm gonna
Thank you.
I'm gonna hit the radio, and I'm just gonna go. Negative, hostiles moving towards sector 4. Repeat, hostiles moving towards sector 4.
What's your call sign?
I'm gonna hit it. I'm gonna go. It's at, and I'm gonna shoot the gun into the wall and then cut the radio.
Nice, nice.
Oh.
I'd like to pull the heart out that's withered away and just kind of look at it and then drop it.
I'll just
Scary
I'll let go of the
again.
rest of the guy.
Yeah, it basically turns into kind of like a crisp, kind of crumply dust as it's in your hand.
We
Where's
be
Harley?
nicer to her in future.
Where is Harley?
Yeah, where is Harley? Sorry,
Ah.
Kelly.
Harley's still jumping.
Yep.
Okay.
It's a free,
Damn
it's a
it.
free power, so he's like,
Mhm.
Boing, boing.
Damn
Yep.
it. I was so hoping to wipe whatever's on my hand from his chest.
well, Harley probably would have been making it back around this particular point in time.
Harley has
after.
Harley has plans.
Okay, Harley is rabbiting.
I'm gonna pick up this dude's hat and just like bat off her hand with it.
It gets messy sometimes. I just... Oops.
I'll just point at the holes in my that have come through my chest. Just, oops.
No, I'll raise my wrist. Like,
Not yet. Not
Not
Not yet.
Are you, okay.
not yet.
Are you sure? Are you okay?
I've had worse.
Okay. Fair assumption that they are not.
Some of them are
human
not.
so much, right? Understood. We should probably just go ahead and operate under the impression that all of them are not, and just if we'll let whatever higher power they believe in to sort.
Yeah,
it
I'm just
out
like touching the holes. Like
Don't do that. You're going to make it worse.
it's fine. I've been shot before.
But you're going to make it worse. Just that's we need to go to the thing before.
I have
More
a
bad things
scar
happen.
right here. I was pointing like my hip from when I was in France.
Are
Yeah,
you
no,
okay?
that
What
was World War II. That was a while ago, but I've been shot before. Okay.
That was not how you became
No,
Sharon
no,
right
no.
now,
That was-
right? That's not that. That's just
That was
completely
later.
different things.
But yeah, I've got a scar here from gunshot. Then
Why did you get shot? Then
The-
what were you? The war thing
because
that you-
Germans don't like when not Germans are in the area.
I remember that
Yeah.
actually. I wasn't in the war myself, obviously, but I mean, I remember what was
Yeah,
going on.
France was a lot. You know what's really funny? Do you want to know the name of the place that I was in France? Ardennes.
Okay.
Isn't that weird?
I think that meant to be a little bit of a sign that,
that weird?
a little bit, you might want to not take so many risks.
Sorry, it's
with, considering.
it's been a bit since it's a lot. I will stop pointing at the scar that area.
Are you sure you're going to be okay
Yes.
now, right? I mean, the new shots are not going to scar like the other
No.
one was. That happened when you were, human and could take damage like that, and it would not be good for you. I'm really surprised that you're still alive. Well, not alive, but you know what I mean. I'm surprised that you continued to live past that moment.
It's-
It was
It went
impressive.
clean through. It was fine.
It's at that point Charlotte and Cassandra come walking up as Charlie's pointing out his scar.
Pointing out, like I'm not like pulling up my shirt or anything, but it's like pointing to the general area. I don't know, but I've got like,
Right here.
just this is all red at this point.
What the hell is he doing?
She's like touching, like, are you okay? This is
We're watching on the laptop. We're like, huh.
Oh, did you guys not walk up at this point with your pantyhose and whatnot?
Oh no, we went in another direction.
Oh, okay.
Oh God.
I assume,
I'm apparently just following Charlotte.
just come with me. Come with me. We'll be fine.
Sure,
So it has the
Oh
laptop.
my God.
We should definitely just leave the safety of the ass kickers. Yeah.
No, we got this. We've got something they don't.
A gun? Do you have your
We are
gun?
the new kick-ass guys.
Yeah, I have
We're
my
the new
gun.
kick-ass.
Oh, then I feel very safe now knowing you have a gun.
Mhm. And I assume that the guards are starting to mobilize towards Sector 4 or 5 or whatever.
They're actually moving towards Sector 5 because
Idiots.
they have cameras too.
Worth a shot.
Well,
Thought Harley might have done something.
It was totally worth a shot.
it was worth a shot. If we're gonna hang back a little bit and look for like one straggler that's kind of taking the opposite position.
Yeah,
Can we get that?
They would be kind of fanning out a little bit.
Okay. If we can kind of get one off and by themselves ish. Charlotte's gonna look at Cassandra and then push her out so that she's visible.
What the fuck? She says really loudly.
To the one particular guard that's still there, like, hey, you can't be here.
I go where I want.
No, you don't understand. There's like gunfire going off. There's a security issue, but you can't be here.
I am going to presence him directly in the face.
Hit him with the hammer of presence.
Yup.
I love you guys.
And I'm only hungry 2 now, thanks to Adam. Two, 4, 6.
Yeah, he's which power are you using?
Aw.
Yeah. Let me just see if I can roll what his thing would be. It's not much.
Yeah, my power's
Holy shit. He actually rolled a crit. But you had 6, right?
Yeah.
You still beat him by 2. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
But not bad.
God, I was about to be real mad.
Just as fun. Okay, now that he's stupid, Charlotte's going to stroll out of where she was hiding.
He's like, you still, we really can't have you here anymore.
Excuse me, sir. Did you say that there were shots fired at maybe some kind of intruder?
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, there were.
Oh no, that's horrible. If you were shot, then you would be the intruder, right?
I mean, technically.
And then Charlotte's gonna pull out her gun and then shoot him in the shoulder.
Oh wow. Dex.
Oh, I get the
and-
plan now.
Mhm.
Dex and
Well
firearms.
done.
Oh yeah, you gotta pass this roll first.
Yeah, I'm
Don't
giving him
worry, I'm
minus.
gonna surge.
She's doing point blank as well for what it's
Yeah,
worth.
and I'm point blank.
Yeah, I'm giving him minus dice, not only for the fact that he's completely and utterly distracted, but Charlotte is just sauntered up to him and then like pulled out a gun and shot him in the face.
Oh my god.
We are the most beautiful train wreck of a coterie ever. I swear to God.
5.
5? Yeah, that's 3 more than his 2. So you shoot him in the shoulder. He's like,
All
what
right,
the?
and that was
And he
actually
reach-
a submerged directive. And as he is shot, that's going to trigger him to act like the intruder. So I'm going to take those pantyhose and put them over his face and then push him out in the direction.
Oh shit!
It's not the worst plan. Camera still, but not the worst
Beautiful.
plan.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
The cameras are not fooled. However,
I don't know. He did just approach a random woman in a parking lot on the camera.
And he clearly had access to a radio.
that's true. So you're pushing them basically around the corner.
Yeah, I mean, I just want to send him. He's the intruder now. So intrude.
So yeah, as you push him kind of out around the other corner, at least 2 other people open fire on this poor unfortunate bastard, and they riddle him full of bullets.
Sorry about it.
Yeah, he did.
Guess they got him.
Yeah, I guess that means problem solved. Surely there are no other people with guns looking for our friends.
That would be all of them, I'm sure.
This is why we weren't supposed to leave the limo, isn't it?
We're 1-0.
It's a valid point. I mean, neither of us have been shot.
Not once. I bet they've been shot a bunch of times with all of those shots that were fired. Odds are.
So technically, we're doing better at this than they are.
I think we're the new ass kickers.
Yeah. And then we saunter forward.
Sauntering forward with awe.
Yeah, she throws all up.
As the guard explodes behind them in a Michael Bay.
All the love. Just the pink and red spray. Just
Because
There's
it's Charlotte,
color.
there has to be glitter, massive amounts of glitter behind them.
they hit a glitter pocket like he had a baggie of glitter.
Why does everyone in this city carry bags of glitter?
It's the worst squib ever.
Mhm. Oh dear.
Oh my god.
It's like shooting a changeling, really.
Jeez.
But I am assuming the doors are now like unguarded with everyone running around.
Yeah, we're going in.
They're going to Sector 5.
I mean-
So
We're going to the basement.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Through the front doors we go. Like we were invited.
On that note, I'm like with Elena, like if they're still radioing about Sector 5 and whatnot, and just go, if you could look away from me, they're going to be coming here in just a second, and we probably have to do more stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I
just
can
that-
do that, and
yeah.
I'll just turn my head.
And I'll immediately re-obfuscate. I'm at Hunger 3 now, but I still have the gun, and I'm just going to move along the wall towards like the side, like towards the side where I'm assuming that people are coming from, like around the front, whatnot,
right.
just to blindside them as soon as they come in from obfuscate, or see if Elena can get to them.
Hey, wait a minute. Hold on. Wait, you're doing it wrong. Don't do that way. Do it the other way. That way you can like trip them when they come around the corner. Oh, wait, hold on. Hey, listen to this. This is a great idea. How about you shoot yourself and make it look like you're not the bad guy? Dress up like the other guy. You still got 2 suits out here, and then you could it'll be fine. Don't worry about it. We could all dress up like the bad guy, and then they'll let us in because you'll be medicked in because you were shot.
And just I'm gonna
Fucking genius.
in a whisper, I'm just gonna go, that's a great idea. You all should come here and pretend to be the bad guys to distract them.
Somewhere after you guys leave, there's going to be like a bunch of Malkavians that just show up out of nowhere that are like, we're supposed to meet here, right?
Well,
Mhm.
well, okay. So wait, hold on a second here. What is what's does Charlie actually have any dots in Cobweb?
I've got 3.
I mean,
I'm one of the loudest voices in the cobweb.
we're gonna file that away for a future raid, as I have.
I've been
yeah.
using it for the past season and a half.
I'm gonna send a text to the group
Dude.
that says we're like in. Where
Yeah,
are you guys?
like?
I
in?
don't see it because I'm holding a gun invisible against the wall.
They're not even responding.
Yeah,
bet
when
they're
I
shot.
turn to look, and just
Rude.
there's no Charlie, so I'm just gonna be like, okay, so I know you're probably still around here, but you can hear what I'm saying, so I guess we're just going to proceed. I hope that if you see anything that don't let anybody come from behind me and do stupid shit, because you get the point, and I'm just going to try to go forward.
We should probably
Find
tell them
an
what
entrance.
happened.
Try to find an entrance, or try to go to the entrance wherever. I still have the feral weapon and Touch of Oblivion active, but I would like to also roll to have to have the arms active as well. They're not like super seen, but they're there. Like, I'm not gonna have them like
That'd be another one of them
unnaturally moving.
rouse checks.
Yeah, I know. And
Are we just like waiting for
Now
them in
she's-
the lobby, or did we get in the elevator to go down to the basement?
It's up to
I
you
don't
guys.
think waiting would be beneficial.
See, at this point, Elena's not just giving attitude to her beast; she's also giving attitude to the storyteller. So it's like, yeah, I know, rouse checks.
no,
One and the
me
same.
never.
Hey, has Harley made it back over to us yet at this point, or?
Speaking of rouse checks,
Yeah. So no, Harley's Harley went to ground as,
Okay.
as originally planned, and he would have buttoned up, and I've made 2 rouse checks, and I failed both to heal both the superficial, so I am now at hunger 3.
hey, man. I don't know what the fuck you've been eating lately, but it's not good for us. You
I
should
know.
probably get get that Cassandra to hook you up with some like high class shit, and then we can eat that. That'd be great.
How about some werewolf blood,
Some-
buddy?
No, maybe somebody who's on like fucking keto or whatever it is, like that. Eat like a pound of bacon with a bunch of mayo on it, and then we can, let's eat that. It'll be fine. Or somebody who's on like a juice cleanse, that might help.
Werewolf vitae.
Are you sure? Like, even at this point, your beast is like, wait a minute, whoa, hold on.
You should not be
Hold
peer
on.
pressuring your beast into stuff.
Go hard or go home, big boy. Let's go.
Who's the beast now?
I'm gonna get-
Harley just told his beast bet.
Hold my beer and watch this shit. That's what
Beast,
that
beast
is.
said cap.
Look at me, I am the beast now.
Oh, this can only go well. There's no other
course,
option.
right? Oh my god.
But no, so Harley. No, Harley's gonna do what Harley's gonna do. He's healed up. He's underground. He's a Nosferatu. Gonna Nosferatu. We're gonna try getting into the basement.
He's not just a Nosferatu, he's a yes-feratu.
And
So we've split the party in 3 ways.
whether or not the cell phone's gonna work underground, Harley would have turned his off.
Yeah, it wouldn't have
Yeah.
really worked underground anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Vancouver's a lot of things, but known for its underground reception, it is not.
Yes. So that is what Harley is going to do.
You're gonna go try to find a werewolf?
No, Harley is going to no. That was strictly dick waving with the beast. No, I'm trying to find the basement.
Sure.
Then a bonar comes from around the corner, like, hey, what?
Sorry, bro.
Heard you were looking for me.
The beast is like, you suck.
This random voice
I knew
like
you were
told
all
me you were
talk.
looking.
But no, Harley's gonna try to find his way in through the underground and to get into the basement or the sub basement of the building.
Excellent. So the only people who haven't quite gotten into the building as of yet are Elena and Charlie.
Heading that way, and I would like to point out that yes, as we're going that way, because Charlie's invisible and she's pretty sure he's there, she's just going to be like talking to him the entire time. Like, okay, so Cassandra told me that I should be, more forward about things, and I just want to make it notice that, that I might have. Okay, so you kind of noticed before, like the other night, but I might have, changed up what. It's not. I don't wear just completely black anymore. I have a new necklaces and other things, and so I think that is what Cassandra was meaning when she said that I should be more forward about things. So I'm telling you that yes, I did. I'm not just wearing all black anymore, and there's a reason for that, and so that is me being more forward. Now, we should probably get inside before more of them.
Charlie's gonna drop off his skate and just got as you guys like, I'm sorry, what? Just like right in front of her. What?
That's not part of the plan. You're supposed to be invisible so that you can make sure that nobody is sneaking up on me.
Well, yes, but you started talking about like there's a reason why you're changing outfits, and then you didn't tell me what the reason was, and now I'm just confused. And what?
Because you're not supposed to be able to talk right now. That's why I was saying it. What are you doing? No.
Okay. Just turn around. I'll do it again. But you have to tell me why there's a reason, because otherwise I'm gonna be trying to
in the middle of something. We cannot be doing.
I'm gonna put my hand over her eyes, and I'm gonna obfuscate.
That's not just gonna be like, I know you're.
I'm still at Hunger 3.
I know you're still around, and I'm just going to say now that we can talk about this later. Now is not the time, and I'm gonna proceed.
Quietly follow behind.
Now isn't the time.
Yeah, you're easily able to come across where Charlotte and Cassandra went into the building, and they're actually waiting for the elevator. They already hit the button.
Slowest elevator ever.
I hate this building for all of the 24 hours I was here.
Them and she's just gonna look at Cassandra and be like, you gave really bad advice. You said that to be more forward, and I was doing that, but you know what? We'll talk about it later. I'm just letting you know that it was really bad advice because he did the thing where he was visible and uninvisible. We'll talk about that later.
I'm glad that
Forward when people are invisible.
I'm gonna drop off and saying, that's what I said. I don't understand why wearing a different outfit is. I don't. What?
It's like the opposite of forward. Why are you being like a cryptic mystery wrapped in a riddle?
I just want
The
you
elevator
to know.
comes down.
I just want you two to know that I think you're the dumbest people in this room.
That is very improbable.
I'm with Charlie on that. That's not likely.
Who's dumbest then?
Well, I'm sure that
I
there's
also want to hear the answer to that, but that was not the point.
Let's go.
There's probably Nosferatu around that are hiding, so perhaps maybe they are the dumbest people in the room.
In a panic, I'm gonna point at the dead guy that's like just outside of the front door. That guy.
Right, that guy right there. That one is the dumbest.
I have one question for each of you.
Down at the end of the hallway, a Nosferatu unobfuscates, and they're like, "Hey, what the fuck?
Is it the one we blew glitter all over?
Yeah." And he's like, "What the hell's wrong with you?"
Do you see what you just did? You broke your invisibility. So yes, I stand by my words.
That was pretty dumb.
No,
Thanks for the help.
Yeah, what the hell?
No, Nix and Harley have this guy on Charlotte's ass
And you're not
constantly.
very well hidden either, considering.
I'm going down the stairs. I just walk towards the stairs because the elevator's still not.
And the elevator dings, and the Nosferatu's like, "Fuck you,
Double
guys."
back.
And you see the Nosferatu right in front of you just disappear.
I gotta learn how to do that. And I'm just gonna look at the elevator, see if somebody's coming out of the elevator.
There is two guard people in the elevator.
Uh,
I'm gonna attack.
Do the thing.
yeah, I'm just butt of the gun to the face, the very first one.
I need to feed, so I'm just gonna latch on.
Fair enough. Strength and brawl for Elena, and who was?
I was
other
doing the
attacker?
butt of the gun to the other one's face, like as fast as possible.
Like a split second before that happens, they notice Cassandra's on. They're like, "Hey!"
Yep.
And then they take a butt of the gun to the face.
4 successes on butt of the gun to the face, and then yeah, the moment that he gets hit, I will also latch on and pull 2 hunger off of him to just drop him for a while to go back to 1.
5 for my
Elena.
successes. And
Yeah, so everybody's having this big, ridiculous argument, and then the elevator door dings and opens, and then the two who are having most of the argument jump in and start feeding on people.
Well, that's a dinner date.
And I'll just
Technically.
throw the guard out of the elevator.
I'm just
and-
gonna drop mine right there and just be like, "That's
Elevator or
right."
stairs?
I'm gonna make our happy couple decide up or down.
The plan was the basement, so.
We should go down.
No,
Yeah.
I mean for this particular percentile dice.
Oh,
fuck.
let's go with down since we already said down.
Yeah.
So, no, who gets up, who gets down? Who's
Oh, I said down, so I'll take down.
it is up. It is a 6.
Okay.
Elena, when you latch on to this particular creature, I'm gonna say, you experience a super high. You are draining, and it is amazing. It is like uppers and speed, and you crush it all together. You drop Red Bull on it. You just mix it in with your coffee, and you are just like super aware of everything at this point. Like somebody latched onto the werewolf.
Considering her predator type, that actually worked out. All right, we have to go to the basement, right? Yes.
And you are going to do a willpower roll for me, Elena.
Fantastic. Yay. Okay, I can do this. Ooh. Oh, bad.
It's not bad.
It's bad. The only thing that I got was the little skull face on the red dice.
There's no red dice in a willpower roll.
Oh, good. I can add a black dice then. Good deal. And that was a crit.
Okay.
Damn it. Shouldn't have said anything.
Yeah.
That's the only one I got anything on, and it just rolled a crit. So I was like,
Like
yay.
you come up and there is like thick viscous blood like dripping down your face, and you want more.
Yeah.
And
Right.
you latch back on because I was gonna say that there was gonna be about 3 successes you needed for that. So you are munching.
Yep.
Should she be?
I'm gonna put one hand on the dude that's on the ground, another hand just on Elena's back, and I'm gonna like just shuffle the whole thing into the elevator more and just go down.
Oh yeah, you guys already piled on into the elevator.
Okay.
It's
Yeah, just make sure like down.
So we're all just awkwardly standing there trying not to look.
yeah.
Is there elevator music? Because that's all I need.
There was
Uh,
last time.
The music
There-
and the sound of sucking.
It's Marky
Yep.
Mark and the Funky Bunch.
Actually, no. I actually opened this a little bit earlier because I forgot what one of the songs was named. It's actually Move It to the Rhythm Technotronic, but it is like Muzak Technotronic.
Oh, this is nice.
I
Fucking
don't know this
horrible.
one.
And just as Elena is finishing up draining this poor, unfortunate kindred Garu thing dry, the door dings and it opens.
I'm gonna
and
mute.
there,
I'm just saying, but as we hit and the door opens, I'm pushing Cassandra and Charlotte to one corner, like one side of the elevator door, and just like pulling Elena back to the other side, just because at this point we keep running into people.
As you pull Elena back, like it is basically like pulling two bodies because she's still latched on to the other particular person, and
I'm cool with it.
the door is open, and you see Harley. And it's at that point, I think it's a good time to cut off this particular episode.
Dun dun dun. It was Harley all along.
Harley in
So
the
does that mean I
basement.
go down? Like I'm killing this person. So am I at 0 hunger?
You would be at 0 hunger. However,
Oh.
you are at 0 with lupine blood in your system.
Yeah.
Whatever
So
works.
this is going to be all kinds of fucked up for next time.
Yeah.
No
Yep.
fallout from
I'm
that,
gonna
I'm
be
sure.
high as a kite.
We'll roll with it.
Yep.
All right. So thank you, everyone, for coming and participating in the second part of our Saturday takeover. Next, we're going to hop over to Rolling D's 20s for some Philly by night. We were just in the other one, which I totally forgot to mention at the beginning. I did, in fact, shave in the 2 days that I had between the two games when we recorded it.
It looks so
The
weird
first-
for people.
The first one, you're going to see like a beard on me, like a huge beard. But this one, you're going to be like, holy fuck. How did he shave in 15 minutes? Magic.
Mm-hmm.
Celerity.
And I'm going to go.
Later.
Yeah, without cutting myself. That's amazing. So I'm going to go in reverse order for this time, and I'm pointing entirely in the wrong direction. It's this way. Let's go with Lex.
Hi, I'm Lex. I was Cassandra. You can also catch me this Tuesday, I believe, if time works the way I think it does, for the season and probably series finale of the Nuaden Chronicles, where I will be taking bloody magical vengeance on a killer. Don't miss that.
Well, bloody magical. All the Tremors immediately were like, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Patrick.
Hi, I'm Patrick, creative director at Martlet Games. I was your ever intrepid Nosferatu Primogen Harley.
Hobby.
Yes,
Primogen.
But we've got quite a lot going on over in our neck of the woods. Some stuff I'm not at liberty to discuss right now. Sam knows, and it's ever so much fun. Because Sam's in the club. But anyways,
You got that secret membership.
The rest of us have to stay in the limo.
Yep. But we've got we keep saying it's going to be airing soon, but Sarah's historical London is Bleeding Chronicle will be coming out here soon. Yes. We will be recording episode 7 tomorrow night, and then after that it's one more. But someone got their hands on a whole bunch of brand new editing software, so we're going to be having some fun before this thing actually comes out. Otherwise, we've got a Patreon, which if my links got switched over, you can find over in the link tree there in the chat, which is over there, and I got it right the first time. It's there's just so much going on over in our neck of the woods. I don't even want to really go. We could be here for hours. So that's me. I'm Pat.
Sum it up with stuff.
Yes.
We got stuff.
We got stuff. Trademark.
We got
Tune in
stuff.
for
You want to see the stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And Sam.
Hi, I'm Samantha McLarty. I was the beautiful
Werewolf
train
eater.
wreck of werewolf eater La Sombra, Elena Cortez, and as Patrick was talking about a moment ago, I am part of the super secret club of Martlet Games, and we will be, pumping out some really good content. Stick around and you will see plenty of it. I believe my links are in the chat, if not my links, at least the link tree. That one's got everything, including the Patreon for Vancouver and Martlet, and buy me a coffee because I love coffee. And I'd rather not eat somebody in order to get coffee like Charlotte. So yeah, there you
The
go.
way to do it, it's better.
It's the circle of life.
But yeah, check all of that out. If you don't want to follow the link tree or those links, you can find me at just S McLarty on all of my socials, including YouTube. I think I have everything that I'm doing linked to at least YouTube, whatever's been released so far with Vancouver. Yeah, I can't wait to see how next week's gonna shape up.
I have some rules to look up.
Oh
We're
my
doing
God.
so well.
Oh yeah, great.
I
Hi,
am being forward.
you're being forward.
Like the werewolf.
Hi, I'm Zachary Vaudo. That's my Twitter handle. Those are my links. You could have caught me yesterday on Carrying Comfort Studios' Kingdom Hearts Interstitial War, where I was bringing back Doctor Strange. Because we're pre-recorded, I don't know how that went. By now, I'll figure it out. You also could have caught me just now over on Chaotic Tiefling Twitch channel, but you would have missed this, and you wouldn't have heard me tell you about it. Where
It's a paradox.
What Streams May Come, which is a Shakespeare live reading, is happening, and I was in a certain Scottish play as the character of Ross. So you can always hop back over later on and check out that. It's a lot of really cool people. Some of my favorites are in it. Tuesday, ATL by night, we're doing various things. We're probably playing games because we're still in the off season. And Wednesday, I am back in Mage Getup for Cypress and Steel on Carrion Comfort Studios, where I am our very decked out Verbana and about to meet some technocrats who probably have poor opinions of me. And we'll see how that goes for them.
Technocrats
I mean-
are such chill guys.
Oh, yeah.
To be,
I
to
would
be
like
fair,
to add. Go ahead.
don't technocrats have a poor opinion of everybody, though?
I mean,
Fair.
yes, in particular in the Victorian era, technocrats.
I would
It's
like to add, if you
layers
have
on
not
layers of that
seen
one.
Zach in that getup, you're
It
missing
is-
out.
Yes.
You
It's
are missing out. It
badass.
is fantastic.
It is the most, I'm saying this while covered in numbers to all of you, it is the most all out I've gone for a stream, and I'm very happy with it, and I hope that you will be too.
I
I
went out
mean-
of my way to watch that episode like live to just like I needed to catch it. I needed to see it. It was no, we're not underselling just how fucking badass Zach looks. No, seriously, check it out. now.
Fantastic.
Whereas Charlie would get ink on a bunch of people, this character would get ink on pretty much everything.
Everybody.
Ink
Everything.
everywhere.
Again.
Brennan,
Hi, I'm Brennan. I was Charlotte. You're not Primogen, but in charge of all the Primogens, so who cares? I don't care. My Twitter's right there. My links are over there. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't even know what day it is.
All you know is that you're pushing people out of
Thursday.
bushes.
All I know that I'm pushing people out of bushes and making plans go accordingly.
not even the slightest hint of bitterness in there at all.
Not at all.
You just accept the fact and move on.
Nope, I won't.
I'm gonna
I don't
stay
need to
better.
accept your reality. I'm rich.
Ow! Ouch! I just hit my head on the wall.
I love you guys.
I need to go.
And that has been a note from our local Venture. So I'm going to pitch it over to Rolling D's 20s right now, and we will see you next week with another Saturday takeover when we do Vancouver by Night over on the Vancouver by Night channel. This and then another Rolling D's 20s with they go Philly by Night. So hang out and let's do a raid call for them. I don't know. What should the raid call be? Hashtag not Primogen.
Hashtag Pet Tentacle Party.
I will not. Yeah, tentacle party.
Hashtag tentacle party. There. Yeah.
That's the season
Hashtag
2
tentacle
hashtag.
party.
Yep.
Hashtag tentacle party.
Yep.
Wow, they are Prince is gonna be talking to me on Monday and being
We
like,
love
"What
you,
the fuck is that all
Prince."
about?"
Just hit that tentacle emote that Twitch has. You'll be fine.
You're good. It's all
All
good.
right. So thanks once again for showing up and viewing our stuff, for liking, subscribing, all the other fun stuff, all the bits. And we are going to go over there right now. We will see you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.